Hey guys, what's going on? Coastal Critiques panel is back. This is going to be our final time talking about this show until next season, but it is still The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 4, episode 19, which is the reunion part 3. Let's get into it.
Hi, we're back.
We're back.
Bittersweet day.
Yes, and you look very, very bubbly and nice as always.
Thank you.
I feel like I look gloomy because it's so gloomy out right now. Yeah, this weather has been crazy. I don't know what's going on near y'all, but it's been kind of crazy over here.
Your weather is weathering down there in San Diego. I saw a guy paddling on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute, wait, because I heard that it had flooded down there.
Mm-hmm. Monday, I woke up and it was coming down, which was nice being inside. But once I went outside, I was like, and then people are posting things online. It flooded a lot because they don't have the infrastructure here, to support when stuff like that happens. Ooh, it was crazy, but
were you okay? Because I know how in your area, it rained when I stayed there that morning, or it was really, really wet that morning when I left. And I feel like it was kind of flooded by my car, and I was parked like across the way from you, like diagonal. I feel like, does that area get flooded out? Are you guys kind of on the hill? Or
I haven't noticed that it has, but I feel like the way it is situated here, I feel like if it was to really come down just one step higher than what it was the other day, I can see it's starting to pool in some areas around here. I definitely can. Just because I feel like it sits kind of low.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I feel like when I came, I feel like I was on the slope, like not like literally like on a hill, but I felt like I was kind of low.
Well, if you look around all the other communities, I feel like around are
they sit up above you a little bit.
And it's kind of the shrubbery and stuff like that. It's very porous. So
yes.
But
I'm glad it didn't affect you. I'm glad you didn't have no
because that would be just my luck. With him not being, I would have been so confused. Like,
it would have been. I don't even know what I would have told you to do. I would have been some sandbags.
Yeah, I would have went next door and got Rick and been like, "Can you help me? Because I don't know what is going on." Like,
I don't know what to do. I'm here, but I don't know what to do.
Oh my God, this is part 3, y'all. We have been with y'all for 19 episodes now. And this is gonna be our final one. It's been a good ride though.
It was. I'm sad to see it go a little bit because it was a lot. It really was a lot. It was a lot to take in. It was a lot to watch the girls go through and maneuver. But at the end, I feel like at the end, when we get to the end of the reunion, maybe it was worth it.
Yeah, I think we've gotten all that we're gonna get from this group. So I think we have enough to kind of sit back and think about. And actually, first, actually, I'm not gonna say that first. Let's see who's in here, and then I'm gonna say what I need to say.
Okay.
Hey, Janet.
Hey, Janet.
Glad to see you. Kimmy is driving. Be safe on that road, Kimmy. But we love having you here.
Yeah, don't look down, Kimmy. We look good. Don't worry about it. You know what we look like. I'm messing with you, girl.
Appreciate you as always. Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack. Thanks for joining us.
Ray is here. Hello.
Hey, Ray.
Thank you so much.
I got you. I love when people say it like that because you got to emphasize the youth. You cut youth. Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take it. But y'all, if you guys aren't here, if you're gonna catch us on the playback, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. We're streaming on both channels right now. Check the description box below, and let's keep the conversation going in the comment section once we wrap this live up. But what I was going to say is, so I think it's safe to say everybody's probably seen, because it's been out for about like 24 hours by this point, that Monica is no longer going to be amongst these ladies up there come next season. That's the word on the street right about now, and that news broke just before part 3 aired yesterday. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I'm getting closer to my mic. She fumbled the bag. She fumbled the bag. Okay. And if anybody needs that, and I'm not talking about you in your class, because you get so offended so fast that somebody's talking about your class of person. I'm in the same class. I work hard. So please don't get offended like I'm coming for your class, the lowbrow class, that part, not low brow.
Wait. Whoa. Did you say low brown? Did you say brown?
I low brow. Calm down, girl. Calm it down. I was like, relax you. But what I'm saying is, you fumbled the bag. You needed the bag. So I'm a little mad that you handled it. Am I surprised that she got let go? No, because you look like low down dirty Shane. Like it looked a little low down dirty.
The way that they worded it yesterday on that first article, I want to say I read it on People. The way they worded it didn't really tell us whether or not she chose to not come back or she was asked not to come back. I didn't really differentiate yet, but I just took it upon myself to say that they didn't ask her to not come back. That's just what I'm saying. I might not be accurate in my assessment, but I'ma just go as far as to assume that they told her not to come back because they were not here for all of the mess of it all.
They dismissed her. I think they might have dismissed her. I don't feel like she gonna say no, because remember, she thinks that she belongs here. She says she belongs here, and I'm not saying she doesn't. I'm saying she feels like she belongs. So I don't see her saying, "Oh no, I don't want to come back." I see them saying to her, "Yeah, I don't think at this time we're gonna renew your contract." And she's like, "Oh, okay." We had a couple more people that walked in.
Yeah.
Hey, Shar.
Hey, Shar.
How are you, love? Thank you for joining us. Hey,
Cheryl. Good to see
nice
you.
To see you.
Hi. It's Mel. Hi, Mel.
Hey, Mel. It's my sister, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Mel.
Yes, thank you for being here. Thank everybody for being here. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I like to clean it up from time to time. When I want to put in effort. Today I just kind of threw this on, but thank you. I appreciate it.
We appreciate all you guys for being here, and everybody that's in the chat that is new here. Make sure you go to both channels, because we're streaming from both channels. You can go to Barb channel and just make sure you hit the like button. Maybe if you're not in her chat or if you're in my chat, however, just make sure you hit like on both channels, because we're trying to get in the algorithm and let people know that we're here. And it's a free way to support both of our channels, because y'all already know we're still growing our channel, both of our channels. So yeah, y'all, thank y'all for joining us on our last review of City Season 4. Season 4.
I'll see us, but this is the last time we're going to be obviously speaking about Salt Lake City. And while we're up here kikiing and talking today, y'all be thinking about what you want us to cover next up. We already have some ideas, but we want to hear what you guys think as well.
Y'all can put it in our chat. Put it in this chat. Let us know what you guys want us to review.
If you replay this, put it in the comments too. yeah, we need to kind of get that down packed. So we want to hear from you guys as well. Yes, we miss you too. It's good to see you right here.
I'm so happy New Year. I feel like I haven't seen you this year. Have I seen you this
year? I don't feel like it. Yes, Happy New Year. But y'all, Char's so funny. I appreciate you. So first, I wanted to kind of go over a couple of the things that we missed, y'all, because we watched Peacock version of it all, and I went back and I watched part 1 and 2. So if we want to just briefly touch on some of the parts that we missed from part 1 and 2, there were a couple points made. So we can kind of get into that first and get that out the way.
Yeah, let me know, because I didn't get to catch up, and I forgot that that I had the ability to. Yeah, forgot. I had a lot going on, so forgive me. So maybe there's something that you're gonna tell me that I can comment on, and our viewers can do the same. So what's the no good?
I'm gonna just roll right through it then.
Okay.
They spoke a bit more in detail about Jen going to prison when Andy asked them if they think, what did I write?
There she go, y'all. We be moving so fast. Sometimes
if they think, believe. What does that mean? Andy had asked them if they thought that Jen was innocent, and they said, Lisa and Heather mainly, they were like, no. But of course, as we all know, Jen was very, very adamant with saying that she was not guilty. She proclaimed her innocence up until she literally was up there and told them that she's pleading guilty. So
I don't think she told them. I think she walked all the way in there. She didn't tell them, "Oh, yeah, girl, I'm innocent, but I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna plead guilty." No, and I think she told them she was innocent all the way till she walked into the courtroom. And when everybody else heard that she pleaded guilty, all our mouths was, which we all knew she was guilty, but we all was like, and I think they were like, "So you've been lying to us this the whole time?" Go ahead.
That's so weird to me. Whitney also said that she had her speculations the entire time. Although Jen said that she was innocent, it was just like things were not adding up. Like Heather's like, we used to bring things up to her, right to her face, like the facts are literally right in your face, and she would continuously maintain her innocence. I'm like, I would have had to step back then, but that's just me. And Jen would retaliate on social media against them. Should they even look at her like she was guilty, or even ask her anything that would make it seem like they think that she's guilty? She would launch these vicious attacks on social media, come after their businesses, their character, you name it. And Angie had even chimed in at that point and was like, and to say that you would let her into your homes and into your life and into your family just to be repaid like this was just very, very hurtful. They also discussed a little bit more in detail about Justin and his wedding ring. I don't know why we keep having to revisit this. But Andy also had taken that time to ask Lisa if she was ever aware of the problems Whitney was going through in her marriage. And Lisa was like, no, not really at all. It's just when we were at the roller skating rink that one time, she did let me know that she was upset with Justin, and she may have, like, I think she said quipped at him quickly, got a little snarky, I guess. So that's all Lisa ever said that she was aware of in regards to the state of their marriage. Whitney says it wasn't so much about the actual relationship, but it was more so about just the compounding of everything going on over the last couple years of her life, the trauma work, the friendships changing. She said that her and Heather, their whole issues, that really took a toll on her mental health. And it was just a lot. It was just a lot on top of a lot, and that's kind of where the marital issues started to kind of just pop out from all those other underlying issues. And she also said that Justin's just like not the best communicator, and that's the part where I kind of got a little hung up on, because I'm like, okay, he's not the best communicator. He knows he's not the best communicator. You know he's not the best communicator. Like at one point, and by no means am I saying that communication is something that every couple gets 100% right off the bat, and you guys are just going to always communicate well and it's just going to work. Like, no, that doesn't always happen. Right. But I'm just like, y'all know like the issues or whatever. Like if he knows he's not a good communicator, he really needs to be trying to be a better communicator, because that's going to serve as the foundation for any of the things y'all are going to talk about. Like,
aren't they in counseling though? But haven't they been in counseling? Or I know she was in counseling by herself, but I feel like I thought she said that they were in counseling. And if they're not, he may want to go talk to somebody to learn how to be more communicable.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because I feel like that's an easy fix still. If he doesn't talk a lot, which we see, he's not a man of many words.
That excuse gets old is basically what I'm trying to say. Like at some point, that's got to be a thing of the past. At some point, y'all got to get that part down packed, because that's clearly a hindrance to some degree.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's people say it all the time. If you're not communicating in a marriage, then that means you're not talking. Y'all not having a conversation about anything. There's nothing going on. Nothing. It's just simply. Nice to see you.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Right now, we're just recapping some of the extended scenes.
I can't wait to hear this, because this, for me, it was a lot to be told. I was still looking at her like, girl, really?
I was cringing for her.
Yes, me too.
Andy, being the messy person that he is, he also had asked Whitney about the comment. Remember the comment she made earlier this season about not feeling as though we're meant to be monogamous or something.
Whitney.
Yeah, that monogamous comment. He had asked her about like what she meant by that. And she was just like, it doesn't play a role in our marriage. First of all, like I wasn't saying that to allude as something else, but it just takes a lot of work to be married, is basically what she was trying to say in so many words.
I mean, it's everyday work. You have to look at this. Let's look at it this way. With your job, you go to work so many days. Let's say you work 5 days a week. You go deal with the same person 5 days a week, the same manner 5 times, the same thing. They either get on your nerve or you love them, or the job is hectic. We understand why we might have a communication thing, or we're not talking, or we don't see eye to eye. Get that. So now let's times that about, we just said 5. Let's times that about 100 times. Because you're talking about somebody you sleep with, deal with, like you got to cook, clean for each other. I'm not saying it's just a wife. I'm saying it should go both ways, right? But usually we take the brunt of it, especially if we have children. It is work on work on work. It is always going to be work. It's never not going to be work, because if you don't think it's working, once you get married, everything is supposed to just be right and everything is gonna fall in place because we're married.
No,
not ever. And not only that, we're always evolving. I am not the same person I was 10 years ago, let alone 20 years ago, let alone 30 years ago. You see what I'm saying? You said 5 years ago, like you keep growing, so the relationship is gonna keep growing. So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't even think.
No.
Yeah, that's how I feel. You always need to know that. Work.
I agree. Andy also asked Meredith that her and Seth, they both been seeing other people while they were separated. How does that make her feel now? Does she appreciate him more or what? And she says, yeah, pretty much on both sides. They both appreciate each other more. having gone through what they went through, seeing that I guess the grass isn't greener on the other side, so to speak. So I thought that was something.
Okay.
Monica, her divorce has been finalized since BravoCon, at least, which was back in October. So Andy, I had asked her, how does it feel to be officially divorced? And she was just like, I don't know, we've been separated for 2.5 years, so it just kind of feels the same, honestly. Okay, like that's
so dry.
That's I'm saying this because that's how she says certain stuff when she's trying to give a certain effect, and I clocked her on it during this part 3, which we'll get into that.
Okay.
She also made sure to clarify that she's going to receive $6,600 per month in child support. So there's that, and she shrugs and says, yeah, I guess that's cool or whatever. I don't remember which woman said like, oh, like that's a good thing or something, trying to I guess kind of see how she feels about that, or how she feels about getting that amount, but she didn't really play into it. She was just kind of like downplayed it and was like, yeah, I mean, that's something.
I wonder if she's gonna really
she should be very, very grateful for that right about now, if you ask me, since she ain't got no job. I don't know how well she's doing with the business again. So
don't come for her business. Don't talk about the swaddle. Don't you do it. Don't you dare do it. Don't you come for them small businesses and swaddle businesses, and don't you do it. I don't want you to get your head chopped off, because you might get your head cut off for that. You might get some unsubscribers for that.
Whatever. Well, speaking of our business, this is when we also find out, I think I might have touched on this last week, that she had shut it down when the world was shutting down, and that was because she wasn't able to get like her supplies, with the shipment delays and all that stuff. So I did kind of understand a little bit more as to why she shut it down, but now things are back up and running, so everything is good. And I think Meredith even asked her, she's like, so everyone's getting their orders and everything? Because I heard online that, people were complaining that they weren't getting their orders. And she was like, yes, people are getting their orders.
I don't believe everything she says. I'm sorry. You never been in Meredith's shop. Oh my God, it's so nice in here.
Yeah, Meredith and Heather, because Heather was like, yeah, I bought blankets and stuff for friends. So like, how are you going to sit here and say that the business was valued at $0 or whatever? That's what the divorce documents showed. And she was saying that the divorce documents were based on years prior, her 2020 taxes, 2021 taxes, and I think 2022 taxes. So of course those are going to reflect like lower numbers because of the state of the economy at that point and the shutdown. So
I want to know if her husband, or excuse me, ex-husband, is really paying her the $6,000. And when did this court order start? Hey, DeQuasia. I'm trying to figure out like my thing is, there could be a court order for child support. Is she getting the money though? Is he in the rears? When did it start? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying he's a deadbeat dad or none of that. That child support be hidden so hard.
I'm curious about him.
Yeah, it kind of hard. Sometimes they don't want to give up the money. They may stop working. So I would love to know, has she even seen any of that money? Is he already in the rears, or is he on top of his thing?
I don't know. I'm curious. I want to hear from him because
some people are incredible.
Yeah, everybody else in her life that we've seen is like not seeming like they're credible, so we can at least hear from him. Sorry. But yeah, that was it for part 1. Quickly for part 2, they went.
If y'all just joining us, sorry, y'all just joining us. Barb is just going over some, not secret, but the Peacock uncensored.
I feel like we shorted you.
Yeah, because on Peacock they give you the uncensored scenes where they're still cussing, fussing. Because I had to put the closed caption up to hear all the stuff that was going on. So we're just going over the what we didn't catch because they cut the scenes. from the first one. Now she's about to go into part 2 and what scenes that we didn't see. That's what we're going over right now. Then we're going to get to the part 3. She also got to keep the house in the different. Okay. So the house she's in right now.
The 3,000 square feet.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. The kids don't have to be uprooted. That's great.
She's just trying to just paint this. She wants to be portrayed as a certain way. So every time these types of points were being made up and stuff like that, she just was kind of like, you know. So anyway, part 2. Jack and his mission. He left a week after Thanksgiving. No, she wasn't able to see him because he had already, he was already in California.
He came here first. I'm sorry, he came here first.
He didn't leave immediately. They sent him here to do some busy work, basically, I guess, until his visa and everything got straightened out. So she wasn't able to see him in between those coming and going.
To that point, it'd be so many.
Yes.
Okay, because I was what's the word? What are they missionary? What? I'm sorry. What? Mormon. Mormon. It's always I don't care what city, in the ghetto, in the hood.
Find you.
They are no. They come live in the hood. That's sometimes that's part of their mission. So they come. I lived in the building with some, and they don't even really take public transportation. They think they bike around, had a white shirt, black pants, name tag on, come knock at your door, see how you doing, how you feeling. We can talk to you about the word. Wop wop. So yeah, so I see him coming here for sure. I can see that.
Yeah. So I guess he was momentarily doing that type of stuff. And did they say Santa Monica? I can making that up. I don't know. Wherever he was doing that, took off. So now he was there doing his thing, and he gets to, I think, call them one time a week. And that day was the day that they were actually filming the reunion. So she didn't get to talk to him, unfortunately, but he did send her a really cute text message. Okay. So she talked about that. Sorry, good. And then they did start talking a little bit more in detail about how the relationship is going to change. Lisa doesn't really feel like he's going to change or come back different, or their relationship is going to change. She just thinks that he's just going to be a really mature version of himself. And this is when Whitney had to chime in and talk about her brother and how he came back and he was different. And it sounds like, was it Whitney? Or it sounded like Lisa, all her siblings basically went on missions. John went on a mission. So pretty much everyone around Lisa has. So she must have had that same experience. So she would have said, my brothers came back different too, but go ahead. Yeah. That's the whole point is Lisa's whole experience with missions and everything. She doesn't have this, I don't want to say tainted view of it, but she doesn't have the same view as someone like Heather or Whitney in this case. It was very different for the individuals that were around her. They came back, everything was fine and normal, and it shows she's not allowing that to dictate or make her nervous about how he might come back differently or anything like that.
Oh, can I say something about that?
Yeah.
He will come back different. He's going to be more mature. He's not going to be used to you babying him. You've only talked to him once a week. You're going to miss the heck out of him. And it's going to be, and that's okay. You're the mother. You're supposed to. You're supposed to be that way. But you're going to be fooling yourself and be delusional if you think that your son's going to come back and think he's going to want to cuddle with you. And when he come back, he's going to want to hang out with his friends. And he's gonna be more mature to tell you and verbalize to you what exactly it is. And you might get your feelings hurt if you don't come to the realization it's not about you, it's about his growth and him becoming a man. So hopefully, Lisa, as he's maturing, just like I was saying about marriages and people evolving, he's gonna evolve. You need to evolve as well. You still got the little son. You put all that on that younger son. Don't baby him when he gets back. I'm not saying don't love on him, but I'm saying don't baby him and don't think that's gonna work, because he was already pulling away from her anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why Heather was trying to tell her, like, yes, he's going to learn frugality and independence and different things like that. So, I obviously didn't go on a mission. But I did go away to boot camp at a young age, around that age. So even with that, I definitely it was weird for me when I first got out of boot camp. It wasn't like super, super weird, but I guess I had to, I don't know, reacclimate in certain ways. But I wouldn't say that it was some like, oh my God, I forgot how to have a conversation with a person. No, like, it wasn't like I was just super like from Mars to that extreme. But yes, there was even some differences with that. So I like to think, yes, if he fully embraces this how he should, then yeah, he's going to be changed, at least in some regard. But I also understand where Lisa was coming from too, where she's like, well, no, I mean, I've never really seen it. You can't talk on something that you've never seen firsthand. So if the people that she's seen come back were completely unchanged, then I can understand why she would think that then. But only time will tell. He still has a year and however many more months. So there's that. And then someone had also asked about Lisa and how she continuously says that she supports the LGBTQIA plus community, but it's also a church that actively fights against the community rights and livelihood. So how basically does that make her a hypocrite then, because she supports the church and then she also tries to say that she supports this community as well? Like,
I think that makes her a religious person and or a spiritual person. And the fact that she doesn't let one outweigh the other, because we still have to live this life. We still have to be present in what's going on in this moment. So if that would be the case, it always, for me, when you talk about churches and stuff, specifically to what we're talking about right now, you can't be sitting here talking about, oh, that's they're all going to be going to hell, because that's not godly, and whatever the case. If they are, let God tell them. You don't tell them. Let him do it. We all got to go kneel. We all got to go confess our sins. Let him be the one to tell it. You should not be worried about it, because when you do that, you're being judgmental, which we're not supposed to do according to God. Then you turn around, you don't want to be hate in your heart. You're supposed to love thy neighbor. You see what I'm saying? So when you going by the Bible, you also have to remember you're in real time as well, and you gotta have an open heart. And the thing is, ignorance is the thing. If you're ignorant to the LGBTQ, I don't know all the letters. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but when you're not knowledgeable, you're ignorant. And so you have to get knowledgeable. And all those people, in my eyes, I don't know. Maybe God got something different for them. I don't know. I'm just saying, in my eyes, I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to say they all going to anywhere. I'm not saying none of it. We all equal. He made us, right? If he made all of us in his own image, we still going back to that, right? So as I say, we go to that. We use it when we want to use it. And I don't like that. So for me, I feel like Lisa is trying to keep her open, her heart open, her mind open. That's why she's a different kind of Mormon to Heather.
Yeah, and I think she kind of answered along those lines, in saying, yes,
hey,
he said Lisa annoyed me. Yes, Lisa did. Although I continue to say that I grew to really, really like Lisa this season, she had a lot of points in, especially part 3, where she did annoy me and was needing to tone down the Lisa Barlow of it all. I have to agree.
Agreed. Yeah. But anything else on this part too?
No, just except Mary. her being so dismissive of Angie right off the bat, like what was up with that. She basically attributed that to seeing Angie and Jen like as the same person. Like she saw Angie and she was like, they're both little, they're both wearing similar clothes and stuff like that. Like it triggered me. I thought I saw Jen, and yeah.
So did she feel differently? So did she feel differently when she saw Jen pour the drink on her?
I don't think anyone asked that, and I feel like they should have.
Hello,
she was touching her with her cake fingers when they first met. Angie apparently was like eating cake at the tea thing, and she was like touching Mary, and she was eating the cake, and it was just and Angie was like, Mary, oh, sorry, I didn't know I was doing that.
Mary, don't do that. Mary is not playing with you with none of that. None of that.
But yeah, that's it. We can get into part 3 if you want to start it off so I can stop bumping my gums. I like Lisa for the show. Wearing my hair. Yes, I'm right there with Just Simply.
Okay, so I didn't write verbatim or nothing. I'm just gonna go with some of my notes that I was feeling when I saw, because even they go in from what we saw from the ending of part 2 and then go into part 3. So whatever we ended at, that's what that was going on. What I started off with when Mary says that when they were talking about Lisa getting her makeup done, they asked her, when the last time she did her own makeup. She said like 2019. That was before the pandemic. And then so she's been getting her makeup. She gets her makeup. She gets a beat down every day that lady wakes up, open her eyes, brush her teeth. I think her glam squad sees her more than her husband, but
it sounds like it.
I think so. I really do. You starting off you brush your teeth every day and then you get that glam squad to come in here.
I don't like. What if I don't want to be like seen by the world? You have those days where you just don't want to be seen by anybody. What happens?
That's not a narcissist. That's not in a narcissist body. That does not how.
There y'all have it.
A narcissist don't think that way, right? Yeah, narcissist is like, what am I doing today? I'm going to go be seen. There is no downtime.
There you have it.
I only know about me and what I'm doing and what I got going on. It's me and me and me and me.
Like,
so you don't know nothing about that. Neither do I. I love a downtime.
But no, it's more so because she can't see, I guess. That's but
yeah, we did. They did say that. She said, she would literally hurt herself trying to excuse me, go do her makeup. And I understand that because sometimes I have to put Mallory, if you still in chat, leave me alone. My sister is in the chat. Sometimes I gotta be like, wait, let me see. Oh, wait, my gray eyebrows are coming through. Let me get these tweezers real quick. Because these eyes right here don't see them gray eyebrows and great things. Sometimes I don't see them. So I like, let me get these magnifiers on.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I need the glasses. So I feel Lisa when she said that. But what I did not feel, feel or not feel, let's just go with what I put. So my first note was Mary says that Lisa is insecure. That's why she gets her face made every 90 cakes.
Yeah.
You see your fave, look, you see how your fave act like she ain't seen you or heard from you last week.
I know. It has been a week.
So yeah. That she says she's insecure. That's an insecurity, Lisa. That's an insecurity you have right there, because why would you get your face done all the time? That's just insecure. And Mary also thinks that Whitney is scared of her. So for me, I'm just like, Mary, why are you the big bad monster? Who died and told you that you the big bad monster? Ain't nobody afraid of you. Stop trying to do that. It's like, you're almost trying to bring back the thing that we all don't like, to be labeled as the angry black woman, or the black woman, the aggressive black woman. It's like you want them to say that you're aggressive without them saying it. And that's pretty much what Whitney was trying to say. But back to Lisa, you're insecure. She's like, no, I'm not. I just want to be glammed up. And ain't nobody mad at that. Because if you can afford it, bruh, come glam this face, or at least teach me how to do it. So when you're not here, like the day that you wasn't here when you need to take that makeup off, you would have known how to do it. How you not understanding just some key moves for your face that just would, oh no.
But You know, I'm always going to attribute things for people to do things. It has to be attributed to some type of gain or whatever. But for her, she can pay for it, so there's no incentive to change there. Like, why would I bother? Why would I bother learning how to change that light bulb if I could just get somebody to do it every time it goes out? I mean, hey, I'm here for it.
As I said, I get it. I ain't mad at it. It's just that I guess it rubs people the wrong way that can't do that or don't do that. Because I'm not gonna say Mary can't. Maybe Mary can't afford to do that. Maybe she doesn't need to do it because she's married. She doesn't need to make up like that.
Yeah, but because it's makeup, it's
right.
Connotation about it, like vanity and stuff. Yeah.
So Mary also thinks that Whitney is scared of her. Which to me is still intimidation tactics on my part. When I see her say that, I'm like, you want her to say she's scared of you, because she has no reason to be scared of her. And when she said she was looking, when Whitney said she was looking for her approval, that's the reason why she was intimidated by her, you know. And there's something to be said about that, because that it just comes with respect. Whitney was the youngest, and you're one of the older ladies there. So, and you was checking everybody every time they said something. Every time somebody said something and you don't like them, girl, why are you wearing that? Are you really wearing that? Are you that perfume? Like, she speaks her mind, yes. Is it warranted? No, not every time. And so they kind of give you a shoot. I don't want her to say nothing about me. I'm trying to stay clear of Mary. And that's pretty much what Whitney was doing, you know, unless
they know how each other is at this point. They've been on the same show for the past 4 seasons. I'm talking about everyone that's been on from there now, everybody but Monica, of course. So, and Angie. So they know how each other is. So I didn't feel any type of way when Whitney said, like, no, it's because every single time, you know, somebody does something you don't like or whatever, it's you're all up in arms and stuff like that. So I understood what she meant by that, and I really was starting to get off the bandwagon with Mary here again too. Like, why? It's like the not bait and switch. It's just like she was baiting her or something. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, that's what because it's not bullying. It's not so much, but it was like, I'm gonna hold her feet. I'm gonna make her tell me that she don't like me. It's like,
or even when she,
miserable.
Was that at this point when they were doing like the voice thing, and they were
no, they hadn't even got to that point yet. They hadn't even got there.
Quiet, but she just was irritated every single time.
Yeah. It's like she's antagonizing Whitney to make her try to say something so she can have a reason to go at her. And Whitney is beyond that. That's when she first came on the show, when they first season, and she was trying to learn Mary. And now that she knows who Mary is, she tries to stay clear of her. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Monica kind of squirms out of her intent, or what her intent was with the Von Teese account when she was running. Like she said, when she was running it, in air quotes, you know, it was to go at Jen. But she didn't understand why Heather would get so mad about her posting over and over again what Jen said, because that's basically what Monica keeps saying. There was a certain bad thing that Lisa said about Heather, and she kept reposting it. But what she was doing when she was reposting it, what Monica saying, I reposted it to show people what Jen was saying and saying about her friend Heather. Heather was trying to tell her, no, you reposting it actually made me relive it over and over and over again. You really wasn't trying to say, like, look, this is this broad. Look what she doing. Heather, we got your back no matter where. Team Heather. That's how you show people you have their back. And she didn't do that. So that nah is nah. What? They act like they scared of women of color. Okay.
I don't even like.
So getting back, so there's two things. So the only women of color that I seen that they could be afraid of, because there's more black people in there, because I see them when they do big major things. When it came to Jen Shaw was another one that was barking orders at people, and we saw how off the chain she was. She would be like what I said last week. She get to talking and she get to shaking and throw stuff, and you don't know. She's like a loose cannon. We didn't know what to expect of her. So being afraid of Jen, kind of, you just never know with her. Especially when she used to do the same thing Mary did. They came for Whitney, which was low hanging fruit. So I don't know if they all were afraid. But there's a thing during this season where Mary says something. She gives Heather a compliment after she had already, they talk about it. We're going to get to it. But she gives her a compliment in that. And everybody on the panels, oh, Mary, that's so nice. Mary, that was really not Mary. That was.
I didn't buy it.
And when that happened to me, I was like, like it was like
I didn't buy it. I didn't.
So to your point, Kimmy, I don't know. So if it's scared, I don't know if they don't know what to do. I don't know if it goes back to Mary's point, their religion and how they really don't be around black people to really talk to them unless, because I don't know what their school look like. I don't know what their church is looking like. I don't know.
I mean, I think from
Jen and Monica,
I think for Jen, and we kind of got into it, I want to say towards the end of this episode, where Monica was like, they can all pretty much empathize over having some type of being in some type of physical, did she say assault? I don't know what she said, but they've all gotten
verbal, physical. Oh yeah.
With Jen, pretty much. We saw that when she threw the drink on Angie or whatever last season. We don't know what happened between her and Monica per se, because I guess that was obviously behind closed doors or whatever when she was her employee, and then Heather in this black eye thing and whatnot. So I think that's kind of why I guess we're supposed to be afraid of Jen, because not only does she threaten to do these things, but she does them, I guess. And I think as it pertains to them feeling a way towards Monica, I fully can believe that it's mainly attributed to the fact that you came in here as a whole undercover creep and we don't know what lengths you're going to go through. I would be looking at her too. Like, do you be doing a stakeout in my backyard too?
Right.
Like the treehouse? Like, I can't fault them for that. So I think that's kind of, that's how I see it. The breakdown of their feelings.
I agree. Okay. White woman tears. White woman tears.
Not Karen. Heather did give me that a little bit later on in this episode. She was being a little Karen-ish for me. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll bring that up when it pops
up. On my notes, I put either way, they were casualties of war. If she was doing it to bring Jen down, as she says, she still never made it. She never verified that the other girls don't deserve the reaction or the actions that they're getting from Jen, because Jen will be hot and cold. We wasn't reviewing it in the beginning, but Jen would be hot and cold with her friends on the show. So you know what I mean?
This is when I got
this is gonna go crazy.
I got so nauseous because I was like, oh my God. Like I can't even imagine being Monica in that moment. Like egg on face, like
stupid,
cringy.
My next note say I didn't like the way Andy would ask Monica questions, and he also gave her an answer or an out before he let her answer. And for me, there was a couple of times he did that. I didn't put right then what that one was, but in my notes a little bit further down, I will revert back to Andy doing that. He would ask her stuff and he would answer it for her. And then she would be like, yeah. And then she would elaborate. Stop giving her an out. Let her answer her own questions. Let her say what she needs to say out of her own mouth. And I also didn't like the way Andy put himself in it as if he was a housewife sitting with them. He wasn't acting like a host. He was acting like he was part of them. Oh no, I don't feel that way. Shut up.
I think
Go.
you're getting it confused with, I think more so he was getting triggered as being like on the production side of it all. That's what I was getting.
Oh, he did it too, but he did it more than one time. That's why
when he would ask her follow on things, or he would even say like later on he was like, oh, we wouldn't have hired you if that was the case or whatever. I think he was saying things when he was starting to get triggered as like being on the production side of it all.
Okay, I got you, but
that's what I thought. But,
no, it came up earlier, and I'm so mad that I didn't put it specifically because it was really weird for me. I was like, "Dang, you won't let her answer." I also caught another one of her lies earlier in the reunion. She said she was working for Jen for free. That ain't work, but okay. But during part 3, she said Jen still owed her money. I heard that.
Maybe it wasn't that she was supposed to be working for free.
No, she's lying. The lie became that she owed her money. That's because that's what she told the feds. This is what Monica told the feds in order for them to say, oh, okay, we'll get you. Oh, she owe you money. Okay, so this is your answer. Oh yeah, and she be driving drunk, and okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna have you build your case up on there. And so when they was putting her feet to the fire off the top of her head, she's like, oh yeah, and she owed me money.
I took it as
Big owed you no damn money. Shut up, girl. Shut up.
I always was taking this as she wasn't purposely working for Jen for free. Like that's just kind of how it happened. Like I guess she told her she was gonna pay her, and she just never did, and then I didn't know she was purposefully working.
Right. She might have said she was gonna give her something, but
because if that was the case,
no, she said she stepped in when her assistant left. She stepped in and started running errands and stuff for her. So that right then is not a job. That's me running errands for my girlfriend because her assistant is not working for her. She can't go back and say, oh yeah, Jen, you owe me money because when your assistant left, I stepped in and you hired me. You did not. You stepped in and said, I can go do ... for you, and I'll go do this. Now you didn't say, you can hire me. I'll be your assistant. That's a different story.
That's crazy.
Hey, Auntie Bernice.
Hey, Auntie Bernice. Heather is the biggest liability on the show because she lied on production. That whole stage of Karen's over talked Monica and didn't let her speak. That's what I was getting at when I just said my previous statement. Heather is the biggest liability on the show because she lied on production. Technically speaking, yes. But my whole thing is every single time we got on Heather and her lying and how big that could be, I feel like she kind of scapegoated it a bit, like and put on her Karen cape of it all. And I didn't like that.
So do y'all believe, I guess we'll get to it, but I was gonna say, y'all believe that she told production and production didn't say nothing, or y'all believe she's lying and she didn't mention it to production in her first interview? Because that's what she said, she said it.
With Monica out of production.
Okay.
That's a good
so you just answered my question. You're saying when she outed them, which means she told them and they let her still come on because they wanted ratings. No, my point is they all do nasty stuff to each other, true, but they subtle play that scared a woman color card. Okay, I see that. I can see where you're going with that one.
I'm never going to put that above people.
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. I can see that.
Both Monica and Heather lied. I think the difference is Heather has an established relationship with the cast as well as Bravo production. Yeah. Yeah. And she was able to use Monica to then like play victim, because I don't feel like this would have came out, and she even kind of said it later on that this would have never came out unless we weren't in the boat that we were in with this whole thing right there on that stage. So I feel like she was using Monica to kind of deflect from the fact that you lied and it was a big lie and you could have got people all tossed up in the mix with that. Like instead of fully standing in the shame of that, she quickly would change gears and bring it back to how Monica and this is by no means am I saying I agree with what Monica did, but she would always switch real fast and bring it back to how Monica did things so wrong, or that's why what she did is so bad. She would always move over there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
The cast has stated they refuse to film with her outside of Mary. It don't really seem like it matters now because she not around no more. According to
they gave it a boot this week.
Yesterday.
She's not gonna be coming back. So I was traffic light, so I was behind the convo. It's all good. It's all good.
When that happens, when I have like something to say, and then we're like, bastards.
Happens to me and Bonnie's shit all the time. I'll be like, oh well, she gonna read it later anyway. Heather let Jen beat her like a bottom chick, and then she lied to production about it. And ain't no repercussions for it. Because even though she apologized
to deflect from it right now.
We gonna get there. That's true. I definitely believe someone in production knew, but Monica wasn't supposed to let the cat out the bag. She overplayed her hand. Thank you. The burn book was a flop. That's my next. My next note says the burn book was womp womp womp. Okay, my next thing. Burn was flop. I'm sorry, I didn't read the street flop, and she took no accountability. Agreed, and unagreed. Agreed. So yeah, so my note says the burn book was a womp womp womp. I don't believe that Monica wanted to be their friend, and I didn't like when she tried to make them think that she was beneath them. Is the reason why she don't deserve to be on the couch trying to be a victim. That's the way I wrote it, but I don't know if y'all understood what I meant when I said that. I really do feel like Monica was sitting up there trying to play, trying to get a reason to be a victim in this whole situation and still be like, yeah, but well, I don't deserve to be on the couch. And you would have if you would have just did exactly what you did when you came out and said, I slept with my husband's my brother-in-law. The same way you did that, you could have came out and said, y'all, look, I got something to tell y'all. Y'all gonna be pissed off, and I'm scared to tell y'all. So let's drink first, and then I'm gonna come to y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I gotta tell y'all. Boom. Okay, we drank. What is you gotta tell me, man? I ran this troll blog because when I worked for Jen, this is what she was doing, and I found out that the Fed's been following her for 10 years, and I started becoming an informant, and so this blog came up to really put her on blast and keep a log of what's going on. And I had to use y'all in some sort. Sometimes and then they will say, oh, so you was in? Oh, and then y'all could have talked it out. Boom, boom, boom. Would have been a good scene on the show. All that good stuff. We would have had that. You didn't do that because going back to what I put, that she wasn't trying to be their friend. Because if you were trying to be their friend, that's what you would have led with. That's what you would have led with. What you were trying to do was position yourself. So you did. You position yourself. You position yourself right next to Andy, which is the messiest seat to be in. So you position yourself there, and then you position yourself to get off the show. Real smart. You're real smart. You outsmarted yourself. I also got pissed when Monica attempted to imply Angie was racist. Angie called Monica lowbrow rat, but Monica tried to say Angie said brown. Yes. That's why Monica, I'm saying she was trying to play victim. She was squirming so much. She was ducking and dodging like she was in a real fight because she's been standing in her truth. Yeah, she's talked about some what she think is accountability, but every time she talks, she puts it back on Jen. She puts it back on somebody else. Oh, it's not just me as Von Teese. It's 6 other people. Oh my, and Lisa, I don't know why you keep talking and why you guys keep coming for me. Because you the one came for us. You came for this show. You came for the show. You did. When you decided to interview and become part of the show, you at that time looks like an infiltrate. It looks like you came in here to dismember the people. And however you wanted to do it was how you was going to do it. And that ain't cool. That's not how you do that. That's the only reason why I'm saying she didn't come in to be friends. Now go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say she puts on this whenever she talks like this, like she does this thing where that's her like trying to rationalize whatever she's saying because she knows it sounds absolutely wild. like when she was talking about driving past Jen's house, or whenever she says any crazy little details about all this, she puts on that voice because she knows it sounds crazy as hell. I caught on to that. And also I did feel the same way when and that's why I kind of poked fun at it in the beginning when I was like, wait, did you say brown? Because like why do we need to try to introduce that? Was grasping at straws for me, because that really meant that you clearly feel like your back is up against the wall if you're talking about something that has nothing to do with anything else, just to get the spotlight off of you. That's what it was to me in that moment.
And then she thought she was about to get a sympathy card. Oh my God, did you say brown? Oh my God. Because remember, she said rat earlier. And she was like, oh, come up with something original. They already called me that.
And so, I think Lisa made this point on Twitter where she's like, Monica just argues very, she didn't say childishly. She said something else, but along those lines. And she really does. Like, I couldn't even do this with her because you're grasping at straws here, trying to introduce other stuff that wasn't said, or just like, why are you talking to me? Like, then why are you yelling at me? She definitely said that at one point. She's like, then why are you yelling at me? And I was just like, is that almost 40-year-old Monica or 14-year-old Monica? Like, I got so confused at that point. Like, girl, like, it was just ugh. And I feel like that's how she went about this entire thing. That's why she was really good at trolling, evidently.
Makes sense.
Video on Variety YT page where producers said they did not know. Oh, I have to go.
I don't think they would know. I mean, I don't.
They didn't. If we're talking about safeguarding the integrity of this show and this franchise and all that, then no, they better not have known.
By all accounts, I hope they didn't. Monica sleeping the brother-in-law occurred 10 years ago, but Monica discussed it as if it was recent.
I don't think you were here. I definitely made that point.
She did. You did.
Because I'm like, the way she was bringing it up, this whole you stalking them or stalking Jen and this whole reality Von Teese thing happened more recent than that. And you led with that. That's weird to me. That's what you wanted to be known for.
Yeah, no, it wasn't weird. It was, she thought that was gonna buy her sympathy, and they were like, oh, you know what, this girl is on the up and up. She cool. She tell us everything because she didn't have to. That backfired.
It was weird to me.
Misha was falling in line, showing that Monica didn't belong because she was poor and low class in the elite eyes.
I think it's like you don't belong because you're a weirdo above all else. It's like you're the people that we try to steer clear of on any other good day. All things aside, all these other variables aside, what you did is directly in line with the people that we try to keep over there. Because no, I don't want you to have my address if you're somebody that
I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that either. That's in my notes. I didn't believe that either.
What?
That she didn't have the other ladies' addresses. It's because
I don't understand how she wouldn't.
She did. She lied because you can tell when they asked her, she was like, I didn't have any of y'all addresses, and then they started talking again about stalking, and then she's like, I didn't have any of y'all addresses, and she was trying to hold her smiling. I was like, you know why I know that? Because I have 5 kids, and I even used to do it too when I was kids. You try to hold your smile in when you're trying not to lie. She was doing that. The cast's main issue with Monica is they can't trust her. True. She didn't provide any new information and didn't take any accountability. Angie K was trying to be nice to Monica throughout the season. Okay. She was. I agree. Monica isn't
really teenage ones.
Oh yeah,
she's so ugly. Oh my gosh.
She had to catch herself. If y'all didn't notice, did y'all see that she was catching herself when her and Lisa kept going back? Oh my God. She caught herself because she was about to do it again, like, oh my God, or whatever she was doing to do what Lisa does. And I'm thinking to myself, don't do it. You're gonna make yourself look real infantile. It's not cute.
You're so obsessed with me being obsessed with you. What? Huh? Like, go home. Like,
Yeah, we didn't need that.
yes,
Like a fighter. Yes, manipulation. Right at its greatest.
There was a lot of that going on in multiple directions on that stage.
Read that one out loud. Read it out loud, please.
Pick Misha befriended her until Lisa would come around and question Angie, and then she would turn on Monica. She has no mind of her own, and her undying need to be liked by Lisa, she lost.
Talking about Angie, huh? Auntie Bernice. Talking about Angie, yeah. The reason why I can go with that a little bit is because she let that argument between Monica and Lisa go on for way too long. Angie, you could have just simply said, girl, we talked. Stop coming at her like that. She already apologized. Okay. And then it would have been squashed, and then we would have not be talking about this. Angie was liking some of that attention, I believe. I think that's what it was. She was like, oh, I'm getting camera time, and we're not talking about my husband.
That part. Angie came out the superior newbie. I was about Angie, but she had a great reunion performance. Yes, Angie really proved herself to me, at least this season. I'm excited to see her back next season.
Oh, feisty one.
Feisty.
Hey, too feisty. Thank you for joining us. You know, we love you.
Yes.
Cousin.
Hi. I'm upset that Monica is fired. I can't say I share in that same sentiment, but I respect.
I being the Libra that we are, I wouldn't have been mad if she would have came back one more season, but I understand why she's not coming back this season. Like, I mean, we talking about reality TV.
You know, I like that judgment before the reunion, so I feel no shame in saying, yeah, I'm cool with her not coming back completely. She didn't sell me enough on the other parts of her life for me to really be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to come back. I'm just wasn't interested in her before the reunion anyway.
That's true. Very, very true.
Angie and Monica had a mutual Jen. Lisa stated she didn't know Angie and Monica resolved their issue. Lisa took on Angie's battle. Yeah.
Bro. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Lisa, you know what I think the reason why she did that though, in Lisa's defense, is because she was trying to show that she's a loyal friend, and she didn't want what happened to her and Meredith to happen with her and Angie. So I think she was like, no, let me speak up for my friend. Let me let her know that I'm in her corner. That's why it hurt her so much that when Monica and her got into it, they ended up, it was a problem. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. It was like, you taking up for her? You see what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. They said she not coming back for the season 5. Right. She's not coming back for season 5. No.
Yeah, I heard.
Well, let's go. Let me wait. Oh, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say, and then I'm gonna go to my next thing because it'll all tie in.
I heard on the through the grapevine that there's supposed to be 2 newbies next season. Then they're supposed to start filming next month, so we'll see. But that's it.
Well, the security system of it all.
Weird. Oh, the producers say it's still too fresh and the other ladies need a break. That lets me know the door is open for season 6. Yeah, I did see some people kind of talk about how it didn't seem that definitive.
They let her toast at the end and everything. I don't see. I feel like that was, all of it was. It gets more weird as we go. Honestly, is anyone gonna look at the next season to see the Ice Queens, Lion Meredith, the Wicked Witch Lisa, Heather, and Sean Hannity, Whitney? I'll wait.
We can't really call.
Well, in my defense, I thought that's what we was gonna get this season, and we ended up getting Monica and the Whirlwind. So for me, we still gonna need somebody else. I agree with you. It's not. I would never probably just tune in and see.
No.
No.
Don't get me wrong. If I minced my words by any means, y'all, that is not what I meant. I meant I'm cool with not seeing Monica back yet. You can bring somebody on in.
Yes,
I'll just leave it like the Fantastic 4 or 5, however many it was. No,
right.
And speaking of Tucker Carlson, I don't. Did you watch the Watch What Happens Live after the episode last night?
I did.
Okay. You probably already know what I'm about to say.
What you gonna say?
Did you not notice anything different about Heather's face? I got screenshots. We'll get into it.
We'll get into it. Because I got something to say about just all of it. Anyway, I didn't notice whatever you're trying to tell me, because for me, her losing weight is making her head big, so she's starting to look like Star Jones.
But the configuration of it.
I wasn't paying attention to the configuration because I was like, and she's getting smaller, but her head is getting bigger. So I was like,
it's something.
Don't lose no more weight.
Touch something on her face.
Okay, makes sense. She looked different.
I'm okay with Monica not coming back. SLC has been a chaotic franchise since season 1. That you are. I gotta pin that because I couldn't agree more. February 5th is when filming starts. See,
ooh, that's right around the corner, baby. Wow. You hear me? That's on a Monday, baby. I know the date. I got my February slowed up. I know the date. What days everything is falling on damn year.
Yes, this was a point that was made as well when people were talking about, oh, she saved things and was just like, oh my gosh. The ratings numbers don't lie, y'all.
So the ratings they weren't good.
I would say they were like on par. Like, I don't really think that it was like that dramatic of an increase. Like if this season they have been raking in numbers like Beverly Hills or something, then I would be like, whoa, yeah. Yeah, Monica was the key through and through. But I
wonder what was the highest rating out of this season, which
I think it was the reunion part 1. After it was the final episode, and then I'm pretty sure the reunion part 1.
Hey, right beyond it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking that. I was thinking that.
But it's also I was like, what?
Anyway,
Anyway,
go ahead.
No, I'm saying go ahead.
All right, so the security system that she put in and that she could spy on Jen is insane. She kept saying that, oh, it's my security system. It's my security system. She put it in her name. It's not your security system if it's at Jen's house. Okay? Stop saying that.
Just because if that's the case, then Linda coming and snatching your car from you shouldn't be a problem then either. That's the case, since technically it's in her name, your car, so then it's her car, and she should have
her car too,
right? Yeah.
What's good for the goose is never good for the gander. You know that. The fact that Monica thought it was okay to tell the girls that they are more mad at Monica herself than Jen. About Jen and what she was doing could have been a valid point, going back to what Lisa said. If you would have came out and started, if you would have started off with the season with that, we all would be like championing you. The worst of Heather, because Heather can say, you're no champion, girl. And she's not. She keeps trying to. Somewhere in her brain is confusion, because where she thinks she did a good job, she doesn't see the wrongs of getting to this good job, how much things you left in the middle of the street. Like, you just left a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to figure out, why don't you see it? Why don't you understand where the girls are coming from? It's really
because weird. She got the ultimate thing that she was after, apparently, which was to take down Jen Shaw. Everything else is secondary, tertiary, and so on.
Yeah, but in the moment, Jen Shaw is taken care of. But in this moment, all the women are trying to tell you that you did this.
But it doesn't matter to her. The overarching thing is that by any means necessary, we take down Jen Shaw. Okay. Jen Shaw was taken out. It doesn't matter if a couple geese died and a couple feelings were hurt and your car got knocked over. It doesn't matter that any of those things happened. Jen Shaw was taken down, period. That's how I see it.
My sister, my little sister's in the building.
Family affair. Hey, I love it.
Hey, stays. Kiss Bryce for us. Kiss Bryce for us.
Yes. Yeah. You notice that the Karens only had problems were they are afraid was with melanated women. Karen's only had problems. Were they afraid? I just think that's low hanging fruit on either side. Like I wish we weren't. Can we? And maybe I'm just so traumatized by other franchises and colorism of it all and different things on those other franchises, as made me so like I just want to keep that away from everything else so it doesn't taint them. Maybe that's where I'm speaking from right now. But I
don't know. I don't know. I don't look at it as so much as colorism. I mean, colorist or racism as much as I look at how Mary treats them, and that's why Mary got treated or gets talked to the way she gets talked to, or handled the way she's handled. I still give her a lot of grace. And with Jen, it was the same way. Now that one they were intimidated by, but they had reason because nobody really knew what Jen had going on. So hers was more mysterious. We didn't quite know. So I wouldn't say so much like they was coming for Jen because she's colored, for a woman of color, and they were scared of her. Oh my gosh, she's a woman of color. Oh my gosh, she's scary. No, I think they didn't know what she had going on. So they kind of, kept her at arm's distance, still trying to be cool with her, but like, girl, I don't know, you getting all this money. We don't see you working. It's like you don't do nothing. Sharif is not making this kind of money. What are you doing? And nobody really asked her. Nobody really got no facts from her. They just know she's going $80,000 parties for Meredith. She's taking Heather on shopping sprees. And when I say shopping spree, bringing the shopping spree to her. Like,
weird.
It was crazy.
Weird.
Sorry, y'all. I mean, peanuts, they were so good. Sorry. I'm done now. It was so good.
I didn't even notice that. It just feels like we're at the kitchen table. So I didn't even notice that you're doing. Anyway,
I'm so sorry. Okay, so
wait, did we, speaking of Mary, not to keep retrogressing here, do we talk about the comment that she had made on Watch What Happens Live about the size 14?
Talk about
it. Someone had wrote in and brought up to Mary, like, hey, you were dissing Heather's necklace at the après ski event. That was super classless, but at the same time, you body shaming Heather.
It wasn't a necklace. It was the bustier, the Gucci bustier.
No. Remember what they were saying?
Yes. I know.
And pause before I even go forward, because it's the last time. This is the last time we're going to talk about this, y'all. So we need to get it all out. But also, remember at that ski event when Mary was about to leave and she was like rushing the pizza guy remember they're making the pizza and she like was all kind of nasty to them when they were making the pizza. Like she'd be doing a lot sometimes. And that's when I got to bring her in and say, hey, Mary, we need to not do that.
Right.
But that still doesn't negate anything that was done to her, or those really, really, really ugly accusations and those names and phrases and all that stuff that was said about her and her husband and everything. No, I don't agree with that either. So I just want to make that clear. But going back to this whole Gucci bustier thing, when Heather was on, in her confessional, she has that Gucci corset top on or whatever. So someone wrote in and was like, that was not cool. That was you trying to body shame Heather. Like, why would you do that? That's not cool. And Mary immediately was like, no, I did not mean to body shame her. Like, that was not my intent at all. Like, and actually she looks super beautiful here today. I think that's what you were mentioning before when she tried to like put in a compliment underneath it all. So it's like, she just messes my mind up a little bit. I don't know how to take
a couple of reasons Mary wouldn't have seen that there was a corset. You're not wearing a corset, lady. 1, 2, you're not nowhere near in the size 14. You over in the petite section. You still wear clothes that you can wear from high school, most likely. And nothing wrong with that. I'm complimenting you. Unlike the compliment of a trampoline with eyeballs. But I was just saying, I'm just saying. She did. Mary did have her house before that, but ain't nothing wrong with upgrading because I make more money now. That with the beat. Like, good. You can have your house and you go tend to your son and your daughter-in-law and make sure that they're not making noises in your house. Because you got too much time on your hand to be talking to the ladies that are women and talking about you're more offended about her talking about your house when, yeah, you do got some pieces that are like cat in the hat ish or, out of the norm. And I don't think she meant it to be insulting you. She was just merely stating a fact. Just the same way Mary dressed is the same way her house looks. That's all. It's it's the same. And for her to say, oh, her talking about my house is not as bad as me saying she looks inbred. Really? So you think she looked like she's a product of family members having sex? Oh, okay.
That was the goalpost moving for me, and I don't like that. Like that.
Okay, if that's what you think over there in Cuckoo Land in your house that you had since the first season, go ahead, knock yourself out. But what you not gonna do is tell us that was not as serious as it was, and that, oh no, I wasn't body shaming. You weren't. You probably weren't. But the fact that you try to say the Gucci's fake is where we all at. I don't even think Gucci make that. And whenever you see Heather wear anything fake, just because you wear every name brand all at the same time, we know your stuff is real, right? But everybody else that wear name brand, we see Heather with the Gucci purse on, the Gucci belt on. Girl be dressed down. So for you to say that you were being insulting, whether it was body shaming or that you were saying she's a fraud for wearing fake Gucci, yeah, either way, Mary, go buy a clue. Go buy a clue.
These are some of those moments that Heather will never live down in my
I said that earlier.
memory. Like, and she was giving us those moments during
this. Is why I would never think that this is why I would never use the word racist with her for sure.
Heather, Heather has her things with her too. To be fair, inbreeding is common amongst the LDS, but my girl Mary was wrong for saying it to her. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. We can't move with I'm not gonna move it with you, Mary. Trust me, I'm not. But at the same time, I can't do that on the other side too, where it's like I will feel some type of way if you called me that, if you said I look like that. Like,
that's what they would all just right now at this moment just wipe the slate clean. We just said some real nasty things about each other. Let's let bygones be bygones, and let's from here on out respect each other, respect one another. And if I do have something to say, at least say it to my face.
I agree.
And, from here on out, it's if we're gonna be working with each other, I say that about Mary because Mary is the one. Because remember, she was only, I'm thinking we're about to almost dismiss her right now. She was there for 5 seconds on the reunion.
It's up to her how involved she wants to be. Apparently, I think it's safe to say on the production side or whatever, the opportunity is there. They wouldn't be opposed to having her back in more of a full-time capacity or whatever to be more involved. It's up to her, I think, at this point. And although it would have been a little forced, I feel like in this moment, it would have been nice to see them all actually come together and say, yes, going forward, we're going to wipe the slate clean and kind of give us that closure. But that would have been a little forced too, especially if she's not there, then that's fine too, because I understand the gravity of being called a predator and all of those other ugly things. I get that. That's not just something that you're going to be like shrugging off and, oh yeah, we're best friends again. But if you want to be present, you're going to have to be present is what it all comes down to.
So we get into the facts of if Monica was stalking Jen. She said she was not stalking Jen. So what I put and the fact that she's trying to say that she was not stalking Jen's house is insane again, because she really has they really have multiple videos footage of her going by Jen's house, staking out the house and claiming that she did it to get more evidence on Jen about drinking and driving was far-fetched, and throwing the FBI in it on top of that.
It's told her to drive by.
Just layering it up.
She was a part of the squad. What do you mean? She had her own patrol car and everything.
It's well, I was thinking and throwing in the FBI thinking they weren't going to ask more questions is insane. And the fact that she brought up people, Monica brought up people do that all the time, not stalking. They're like, what are you talking about? People do that all the time. Oh, people do that all the time. They go past the ex-boyfriend's house. Yeah, stalking. That's what that's called. You said people go by their ex-boyfriend's house all the time. Yeah, that's called stalking. You're not together no more, and I'm gonna drive by his house and see what the hell he doing. I'm about to see when he's leaving. If his car is there, is there another car there? He's supposed to be there because I still love him, and I'm an ex-girlfriend, and I want to stalk him. Dumb. So she kept saying like, and it was just annoying. And so when she brought that up, I was like, girl, you did not make a point with that. You are literally making the point that you've been stalking. And then the fact that she threw in the FBI saying, yeah, they told me. No, this is one of the points where Andy did this, and this had nothing to do with production. This is when he says, so the FBI told you to follow her and or whatever. And she said she was saying yes. And then he was actually giving her an out. And that's when she was like, well, no, because she owe us money. But whatever he said to her, he said it first before letting her answer it. It's like, let me see if I put it in here.
I just wrote that this is the moment where he really was going into really breaking it all the way down. I remember he had a moment like that where he was like, so you did this to do this.
Yeah, he was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So he was like almost like a lawyer, like
peeling back the layers to get to the exact bare bones of it.
Which she's not gonna give us the bare bones because she's too busy trying to say that all I was trying to do was take down Jen. This all I was trying to do. This is it. This is all. This is. I don't know why y'all so mad. I was trying to take down Jen. There's nothing to be that mad about. And I should be able to be with you guys. I don't care if I'm not the caliber of woman that you think I am. That's her whole thing. Producer said this franchise was birthed around Mary, but Lisa keeps taking credit for Lisa taking credit or Heather, because I feel like it was almost birthed around Heather, and they kept pushing Heather around it, but it was birthed around Mary. Because I know the only reason why I tuned in when it first started, they were saying we're gonna get South Lake City, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be an all Caucasian franchise, and then they showed everybody, and we went into it, and then Richie Skies broke it down. He was like, we found out that Mary is woo wop, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely watching.
I'm not lying. That yes, them saying Mary husband,
who she was and what it was.
That's what got me. I thought it looked visually like interesting. Like there was something I knew. Everything she got on and did is exactly what I saw when I looked at her picture. So I was like, yeah, well, I'll tune in. I'll give it a go.
So that's agreeable right there. Mary, it is supposed to be about Mary, but that's why I kind of, with Jen, didn't nobody know that Jen was doing illegal things, so it took a turn in a nosedive. And now we was coming back up around. We're going around the corner again. So now what the formula gonna be? Definitely stalking for sure. There's no doubt about it. Monica had no real defense. Hello? None whatsoever. Monica should be
watching it. Like
Monica should do House of Villains next. Right. She will win. Every time Monica lies, she bat her. Oh my God. And stuck her lips out too.
Yes, she has that voice on.
Yeah, it was like, or she'll open her mouth, or she'll open it.
The same way she was like, I told them that their show sucks and they need me for better ratings because I'm a spicy Latina.
Who goes by the last name Darnell or whatever. Never mind.
Darnell Fowler Garcia.
She don't use the other ones. That's why I'm like, you don't even use your Spanish last name no more. Stop it.
It was a lot.
The girls all laugh at her when they're trying to figure out. So you were stalking her for the FBI. Oh, so the FBI wanted you to stalk her. Oh, what did Angie say? Oh, so you was gonna put your lights on your car and pull her over and give her a breathalyzer. Oh, okay, that's what we doing this. So they're laughing at her, making fun of her, and she is getting so pissed off. You're all assholes. You're all assholes. I see. Boy, you sure get mad. You get mad when you get caught up in stuff that you get you're caught with your finger in the cookie jar. You just it is what it is.
We already talked about the burn book, right?
I passed through it, or I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I just said one, but I don't even think we got to it yet. Cause
I remember you saying that, but I didn't remember.
Yeah, I don't think we really went into it because to me,
it fell short. It
fell short.
She knew.
I feel like because it's a binder, I feel like she put the stuff that she wanted that was about her in the front of it. I don't feel like it was in order.
She was trying to be funny. She literally was doing the exact like, oh, it smells fugly, skank. Like that's literally how the burn book went in the movie. So I got that, but I don't really understand its purpose. You just wanted to have these receipts in case you needed them, but then they didn't even say anything. The burn book was a fail, and now I'm glad that she didn't sell it. When I kept saying,
if she sell it, yes, to
sell it, she did it because everybody would have. There'd have been so many chargeback transactions on her account because people would get it and be like, "Oh no," and be trying to get their money back. There was that it fell short completely for me.
And what Bernice say every time Heather lied, she opened her mouth.
I mean, Heather was,
oh my god, it's hilarious.
We got to talk about that, especially when we're getting to this black eye stuff.
Oh man,
yeah. See, she could have got away with it had she not tried to frame Meredith and got her bill together with Heather. Yeah.
So where am I at? I went down a little too far. Because I was looking for my notes. Okay, so we get to the FBI, the stalking asshole, such. Oh, and then she's like, you guys are such mean girls, and I'm just like, oh my god. With Monica says that she never stalked them and never drove by their. Oh, talking about the girls, talking about the people that's in front of her. She's like, I never stalked them. I never drove by their house. I said that could be true, but the fact that you said you've never been in Meredith's shop and have been and it makes us not believe everything that you say. That's how I felt. The look on her face, and I put the look on her face looks like she was trying to hold in a smile, like when you're guilty, in my opinion. That's what I was saying. Like he asked her, she said it one time and she said it, and then when she said it the second time, she's like, I never stalked their house. And it wasn't her teeth shown, but it was the mouth thing. And I was like, she's lying.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because she says it with that same voice. It's this whole. That's so great. Like I'm just over here just thinking about the crazy of it all. Like acting like you don't know these people's kids' names and all these things. Like that is so wild to me and weird. Like, ugh.
It's weird that she wants us to believe that. When Heather reads her down about all the things in sequence, and I don't know if you have it in sequence or what she said, but I didn't write it down. But she was, reading her down like, when you stalked the page, then you got on the show, then you did this, and then you did this. So she was telling her in sequence what she did, and the way they have been. And then that's when she said the alarms went off, and she wouldn't want to be around anybody like that. Is when this part right here for me, when she did this, Monica's response was, so basically, I have amazing time management skills, by the way. I was like, bitch, you really you trying me. You trying it right now. This girl just read down everything you did, and the only thing you got out of that was like, yeah, you right. I'm sorry. You said, yeah, I got great time. I got amazing time management skills, by the way. That's what that means. I was like, you up here. You trolling still.
That's the reason why Heather was able to come out of this looking not as bad as she should have, because she did lie about something major, is because of how Monica was not trying to take accountability and stuff, and stand in it and be like, yeah, what I did was wild. We didn't get
no. Actually, Bernice, I think that Meredith was way too quiet to think that she was innocent. And through the whole thing, even when they started off, which is how they started off, when Andy said, Meredith, you sure been giving me the stink eye the whole time. Are you okay? Remember, they started off with that. I forgot to write that because I was just like, whatever. But yeah, and she's like, no, I'm excellent. I'm great. Right back to stone face, like, wait, what? You great? Great looks like this. It don't look like I'm great. That's not great. This is not. So no, I don't believe that she's completely innocent. I feel like Meredith is only not talking because she's scared that if she talks too much, they're gonna start putting the ones and twos together. That's why Monica kept turning back to her and saying, no, we had a conversation. No, we were me and you both were talking about it. Like, that's why she was doing that. Meredith was being very quiet. And I was like, that ain't like Meredith.
She was doing the Housewives thing. One, she knows she's owed an apology, first of all. And she was also just doing the classic housewife thing where it's like, we all need to come together right now for a greater purpose. And so I'm going to put the fact that I'm owed an apology and the other issues I still, because by no means, y'all, I think we all know that this group, even though Monica came in and did her damage, they still have their own internal like issues and stuff. And I feel like when Meredith was making those faces and being quiet and stuff like that, it's because she's having those moments where she's like thinking about the fact that she still might have some issues with them, you know. We gotta table it because we all need to come together and be mad at her. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, I can see that. That's why I'm like, yeah, Auntie Bernice, I ain't saying that. I ain't go that far. I ain't go that far.
Okay? Because you saw every time something was said, Meredith, they would pan over and look at Meredith and she'd be all like, and all I was thinking is she's thinking about how she's owed an apology, or how y'all kind of were acting crazy towards me too. Like,
but not only that, if you go back, if you think about it, the only time she really said something or revved up is when Monica was still talking and she was under her breath, like, yeah, that's what she was doing. She was digging up when she was talking about Angie. I mean, her stalking Jen, and then and then she said to her, then she said what she said. Yeah, because that's when she started doing, that's what she tried to do to Jen. I mean, to Angie. She was trying to dig up some things. And I was like, oh, now you want to talk, but you're talking under your breath. Nobody can see, but they wrote in captions what she was saying. I was like, okay, as long as production is trying to get something from Meredith, because she wasn't giving nothing.
Yes, Meredith was giving, I still got my own underlying issues, but I'm going to keep it cute right now.
She said her whole purpose was taking down Jen, right? So why is it surprising that she would stalk her? It's not. It was surprising that she said she wasn't. It's not that
that's all it was. It's like, we know what you did is wild or whatever, but we need you to see that what you did is wild. That's the part that was missing. And she kept trying to rationalize it, aka throwing on that voice that she does, and the neck and the movements. She does that. Did they apologize? No. That's what I'm getting at. It was written.
Oh, wow.
Say anything, but we know that Meredith still has some chips on her shoulders, which is fine. But
then that's probably why she was being real icy. That makes sense for her to be real icy, but she should have brought it up, because they did ask what was the no, that's right.
We'll get to it right now. We need to be a united front right now.
No, but when they got to the end, when we get to the end, when they asked what was the thorn, or what was the high, what was the fluff, and then what was the bad thing, she should have brought that up right then. But we'll get to it.
Yeah.
I'll put I said that it irked me when she was talking about she had amazing time skills. I guess Andy basically said that. Oh no. Heather, it says he, and but when I say Heather, sometimes it just puts he. Heather basically said that the hardest part of being a housewife is always dealing with the trolls and the social media. And if they can keep the trolls away from them, meaning on their show, give them space, that will be helpful and appreciate a great deal, and they will get more high caliber women on the show. You know, Monica was lying her ass off because everything she lied about was debunked.
Is this Angie's actual page? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, what you done found?
No, it said Angie Katsanevas liked my tweet, but I was trying to see if it was her actual page or
I'll go see.
I think it might
is,
but it doesn't not verified. But it says owner, founder of Lunatic French Lawns, wife, mom, proud Greek American, 5.4.
That's her. It should be her.
Maybe she. Guess what tweet she liked?
Which one? I'm scared.
When I said still laughing at trampoline with eyes. Sorry, Meredith.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, we all saying, that's when they were talking about the social media, and if they can keep the trolls away from them, meaning bringing people to infiltrate their show, that keep them off their show, that would be helpful and a great deal, and they will get more high caliber women on the show. Monica was offended. That offended her to her. Baby, a hit dog gonna holler.
You need to take it up with the show then. That's how the show was framed since day one.
I don't understand why she gets so upset about it. It's like, this is literally your thing. This will be your story. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Like, I don't understand. It's okay that you were where you are and things was happening. That's how your story started. You are a humble, small business trying to get on your feet, a divorcee. I don't. What part am I missing? It's like you got a storyline, and now when people are trying to tell you that's the storyline, that's what you brought to the table. Oh no! Oh, higher caliber women. What? I don't deserve to be on the couch. Nobody said that, babe. Not one person said that. Why are you so offended? So yeah, that was kind of she got offended. Lisa says that Andy and the crew brought Monica on, knowing that she wanted to I'll put it because I don't want to mess it up. Brought her on knowing that she wanted to, freaking take every single one of them down, and nobody gave a F. Andy said no one knew that this girl was like that, had that on her agenda. It's like nobody knew, but Lisa
that's on Andy. He kept having. He probably took several shots of hard liquor after this whole thing, because he was like, wait, stop. Like, I want to hear, like, he was genuinely getting so aggravated because he wanted to hear what she had to say and trying to just.
He couldn't control the panel. I didn't like that. I felt like they were very disrespectful in that manner because, one, y'all talking over each other. We can't hear you guys when y'all do that.
Monica.
Yeah, because they're real high schoolish. They're real high schoolish. Angie was feeding off of Lisa. Like, she was literally like trying to feed off of them. But it was real high schoolish. It was like, why? Why are we doing this? The only thing happened in Utah are Mormons, and yes, let them get high caliber women from the pop.
No, they need to hire old girl. Was that Meredith's friend, the one that was too happy to be in the camera like 4 times this season?
Want to drink? Yes.
Blonde lady, she'll do it. She'll do it.
Right. So yeah, I said that Lisa was really mad. Monica said production knew when they asked her about it. she said in her first interview, she talked about it, but again, Andy said they wouldn't have what he said. This is another reason when I said he kept answering for. I said Andy said to her that if she said that they wouldn't have hired her instead of asking her what she said and how it went. And that's what I'm saying. That's my last note that I took. But he didn't ask her. See, when he asked her, like, he didn't ask her what was said. He said, "You said that in your first interview." She was like, "I did when they were at my house." So what was said, Monica? What did you exactly say? That you run Von Teese? What did like? I want to know exactly what was said. And he didn't get to the meat and potatoes. He let her just like kind of glaze over it, and then it's like, yeah, I did tell him, and then we either believe that she told her or not. Saying she did that earlier in another, I think, part one. When she said that the show needed her and that the show wasn't doing that well and all that stuff. So it was like, sometimes I still don't believe nothing she say. Sometimes I just don't. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's the last thing that I have.
All right. Well, the only other thing left to really talk about then is we finally opened the door to this whole black eye situation. So basically, y'all, we really didn't get the concrete what specifically happened, but they play this clip, but there's no audio, and it's basically Jen coming into Heather's room, I guess, and pretty much talking about the black eye or whatever. And that was supposed to be the next day. All Heather knows is she woke up the next day, had this black eye, and she immediately she knew Jen did it. So she texted her immediately. It was like, come to my room or whatever.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I'm still here. Just give me a second. Keep going.
Okay. Comes over to her room or whatever, and she immediately went into protective. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna conjure up a story or a cover up or whatever. Everything is good. Like, we're good. And of which Jen never thanked her for taking a rap on it, because Heather went through it. She got grilled by the ladies, of course, production, I'm sure, but everybody pretty much was grilling her about what happened, and she kept having to make excuse after excuse. So much so that even I think production got thrown up into the mix at one point. Like she said something along the lines of like, oh, maybe it was someone on production, or even at her book launch and stuff like that, she was needing to make excuses, and it just morphed into this whole situation that could have been easily avoided had she just told the truth and not tried to cover up for somebody who didn't deserve to be covered up, if you ask me. So but again, she didn't ever tell us exactly what happened, but she knew 100% that it was Jen. And when things started to get really ugly, she was like, she told Jen, she was like, yeah, things are getting like really ugly or whatever. And all Jen said is like, well, until they have proof, until they have video footage, we deny. Like, we don't know.
So
hey sister.
It's all right. We had pushed it back, so we still here. I was mad that they didn't give us enough information on really what happened. She kind of glazed over it. Heather did the right.
Yeah, she did. That's why I called her a little bit of a Karen in this moment earlier, because every single time we were going to dig a little bit deeper, I feel like she brought it somehow back to how Monica's wrong in this situation, and why I was so observing and so just aware that Monica was not a good friend. Like, I can spy a bad friend from a mile away now. Like, it all came back to this situation and her being a victim of what was going on. And I didn't like that
at all. I still want to know if she got socked, hit. The fact that they keep saying we were so drunk, they were so, they were wasted. I still feel like if I get hit that hard, like unless you knock me out, it's like, did you get hit and get knocked out and then you don't remember? Because up until that point, you should know if y'all had an argument, if y'all was fussing, if y'all was play fighting,
something.
You should know. Like,
but all we know is that she just knew that it was Jen, and but still, though, she wouldn't have said anything about it had this not all occurred this season. I think Andy had asked her something along the lines of should they then extend that same courtesy to Monica in this situation. And I don't remember what she said verbatim, but she gave one of those roundabout answers again that somehow brought us back to how Monica was just so wrong in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really, I wish she would have just kept everything separate. Like Monica's situation, her being a wolf in sheep's clothing, or whatever you want to call it. I wish she would just kept that separate from the whole black eye situation and her lying and all this over here, because you still need to stand in the fact that people was looking high and low for the culprit whole time. She was right here whole time you knew, and we're putting lies on top of lies that could have got other people caught up in the mix. Like that, we got to fully talk about that.
Right.
She didn't give me all of that. So Heather.
I agree. I felt like I said, Heather was on talking about Monica and pointing the finger and what you did and your formula and this, that, and the third. But when it comes to you talking about what really happened to you, you kind of like, yeah, well, I know she did it, and I just don't remember. And that's another thing that Andy did. When he asked her, he didn't go deeper. He kind of just let it. He just said, "So Jen did it, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." Like, can she talk? Or are you gonna just let her? You just gonna ask the questions and she's gonna give you a yes or no? I want her to say it. I wanted her to say it out of her mouth.
And I feel like Whitney even kind of double down on things when she was like, I understand why you did it. Like, I completely understand. I hate that you hit it, or, I feel terrible or whatever, but I know why you did it. I'm just like, no, you shouldn't even said that. You should have just allowed her to stand in the fact that, because nobody should ever get you that out of character. No one should ever make you lie and do like these crazy things and you just do it. Like, no one should be able to have that type of control over you. So because Heather allowed that to happen, she's got to take ownership for it. That's how I see it. And then don't bring it back to this situation right here with Monica. Fully stand in the fact that you lied on this and caused a whole big thing.
Got it. I hear what you're saying.
Yes, like Kimmy Nicole said, Heather put a target on production. She definitely did. For her eye to look like that, Jen had her down and was hitting her one. Yeah, like it was. Jen don't get me. She's clean. Just.
I don't even think she. For me, I don't even. I keep saying that. I don't even think it was a sock. I really feel like it was an elbow. Just so, because Jen wears nails, her nails are always long. You gotta be able to ball your fist up to hit that hard. Trust me, I know. My nails grow out naturally. They're short right now, so I can ball my fist up. But when my nails grow out really, really long, and like I said, they're my natural nails, I'm able to ball my fist up because they're my natural nails. But it's still hard. Jen wore long nails. I think their nails are red on that. Go back, we can probably see it. Now, if she had no nails on, then hey, my bad. But usually she has on nails. So for me, I don't see her being able to ball her fist up enough and not break the nails, which production would have been looking at. And that still go back to production. Like, y'all let them sit in y'all face and not tell y'all what happened.
She doesn't give me she has a high enough skill. Like, because you could still get beat up by somebody who got nails, of course, but
you can.
But Jen doesn't give me that she has that enough skill set to really. She doesn't give me. She doesn't give me. She's that horde. Like, that does not. When she throws the glass and does all this stuff, like, I'll be over here like, unmoved, like, oh, okay, like I would
Right.
not be all frantic, like how she had them shook. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being
Mm-hmm.
said, no, I don't feel like she did anything that was just that clean and smooth that Heather would be able to just wake up and be like, oh my god, I don't know what happened at all. Like there was some type of scuffle or some type of something. It wasn't that clean and smooth.
Because that eye set, it's the way it's set.
I should have got a picture of that. Ugh.
Man, that thing set some cold blooded, boy. Anywho,
We don't really get to really anything concrete, y'all.
no.
After they stopped going back and forth about that Monica was completely just over it at this point because she's been made to look how she looks, and that's just where we're at with it. So the final thing they did was they did the whole warm and fuzzy warm and fuzzy, was it wet and prickly? Wait.
Prickly and fuzzy?
What is wrong with that?
Prickly and pretty?
Warm and wait.
Woman?
Warm and fuzzy, cold and prickly. I said wet and
Okay,
prickly.
yeah. Okay.
I said wet and prickly.
Got me feeling away.
Anyway, so Whitney's was her positive was that she's just overall she's just stronger this year. You know, she's been trying to grow and all that, so she's just relishing in that. But on the contrary, being let down by Monica was her prickly. So yeah. Lisa's was, she said the dynamic change, being better with Meredith, having Angie there, them all being in a good place or whatever. Like she enjoys that, as well as Jack and everything he has going on. The prickly though was the way that they left Bermuda. As far as Meredith, she feels really, really good about her churned butter. And she actually made mention of that earlier, I think in this episode too, where she's been taking the butter to different restaurants. And I was like, tell us you don't cook at home at all. I ain't mad at it though. If you can afford to eat out for all meals every single day.
That's Lisa.
I aspire
That's
to.
just Barlow.
I aspire to that. So
Barlow is the same way. That food she eat junk food every day. Wendy's. She said she'll tell you. I had a live, matter of fact, I had taped her live when the first part one came on. She went live on IG the next day, and I videoed it for a little bit. She was going through the mountains and stuff, so it was kind of weird. But she was like, when I tell you that lady was on she was like, everything at Wendy's is good. Try everything. I was like, I was floored because she's young, a little bit. She's like 3 years younger than me, maybe 4 years younger than me. And I'm thinking to myself, can I eat fast food every day? Like I eat fast food with my son when I'm usually going to go do my clients in LA. I live an hour and a half away from LA. So if I'm going to LA, I cook here, we eat here, and then we get on the road. And then if I'm going to be gone, usually my clients take me all day because I'm booking them together to be down in LA. So by the end of the night, I'm like, son, you hungry? Because my road dog, I have a bodyguard that rolls with me everywhere I go, usually. And that's my 13-year-old. But I say that to say, I eat out. I try to make sure we eat something healthy. Like he likes Panda Express. So, you know, it's vegetables. It's you see what I'm saying? It's not like if he goes to McDonald's, he only want one thing, that's chicken nuggets. He don't even eat burgers from McDonald's. Me, I'm like, I'll have one of your nuggets, or I might order a fillet of fish. I'm not about to eat that stuff. I'm not eating that stuff. Are you crazy? Every blue moon, I will. But she eats that every day. That's why she's this big. This big. She don't get no weight.
You have free access, or I don't know if it's free, but
I think she's good too, though. She might go to five-star restaurants as well. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying she does eat kind of weird.
Yeah, we know that. I couldn't do it. That makes my stomach even churn just thinking about it.
Come on.
Speaking of churning, that was Meredith's high point for the season, but the low point was she said having the off-camera conversation.
I think with Monica.
Oh,
The off-camera conversation when they went to lunch and when they was doing the Greek. I mean, when they went by where the Greek mafia was at. All that wasn't caught on. Everything wasn't caught on camera. And I think when they went to the airplane on the airport,
that was the origin of how Meredith got intertwined into everything. And by her saying that, even right now, goes back to my other point where it's like Meredith this whole time still had her own
agenda
and stuff, and her own issues. That's what she was mad about first and foremost.
Right.
And then Heather, for her, it was her book event in the Greek Easter, and the Prickly was the Reality Von Tees in Bermuda. Oh, Monica, of course, Monica, her high and her low was both Bermuda.
Mm-hmm.
And like I
said, the fact that when Andy said that do you want to go back to Bermuda? She was like, no. And she's like, just kidding. I was like, you're a liar. You lie. You lie so much that you don't even like. It's so transparent to me. Like when she said, "I'm just playing," I was like, "You're not. You're not going. You ain't." And still, like I said, remember last week I said, I hope somebody asked her, has she been in contact with the family member to ask why wasn't she able to come visit with them family when before y'all everything was a go. Nobody asked. Like I'm so mad, Barb, that we missed our window to ask our questions because we had some questions.
Yeah, because it wasn't adding up. Just like something in Heather's face isn't adding up, which is the next thing I want to talk about.
My gosh, please let's talk about that because I swear.
Not very good because I was literally watching.
And are we gonna take any calls? Because if we are,
do you want to talk about this first and then drop it?
Oh no, you can drop the link and you can talk about that as well, just so that we are gonna take some calls. We're gonna take some calls, y'all, because it's our last hoorah until you guys let us know what y'all want us to our next recap and review will be on. So if you guys want to call in, give us any insight. I know y'all been in our comments, which I am so thankful for. We really appreciate you guys having a conversation and dialogue with us. But if you want to jump on and give us a call in and get on our live, we appreciate it. You know, we'll listen and let you get your point across. And maybe there's some points that you couldn't text. You know, sometimes texting takes a lot, so we can definitely do that. So Barb did drop the link. Now we can talk about the after show with Andy.
First of all, I'm just going to tell you, I think Heather looks good. I'm not saying she looks bad, but something is different about her face. Like,
okay, look what's so cool about what you got going on right now, sis. We have her right here, and the old face is right here in the corner. Now, granted, she's lost weight.
She's definitely fine.
So, her androgynous face, because I don't want to say masculine, it sounds so mean. She looked more masculine when she had a fuller face. Now that her face is cheekbones is coming out, and you know she losing the weight and stuff. She's starting to look more feminine to me, which I love. I'm trying to see if her nose looks different because I kind of feel like her nose is maybe a little bit bigger. But what I am gonna say is that her forehead looks extremely big. Sorry, sorry, Heather, if you're watching us, because I would hope you guys would be. We've been doing really well with y'all show, but I say that to say that I don't know. It's a lot of forehead.
I loved her outfit. I loved her overall.
Oh, she looks really cute.
Really, really good.
No, she with her little silver skirt on.
Like she was great, and
she was giving her Renaissance skirt on.
If it was, if she's really gotten some stuff done, or it's just because she's lost.
And then they're tanning so much. I said, if y'all gonna make me go to the tanning salon in a minute. I'm about to be as dark as Barb. I ain't about to play with y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Yeah, she just. I don't know. I immediately saw it, and I was just like,
So, like I said, sis, when you said, "Did you watch the show?" I said, "That show." I said, "Yes," and then you said, "Okay, well, we're gonna wait to talk about it." I said, "Okay." So, when I said to you, what I was going to say was, I stood behind the thing, so I can't see what it's back. Okay, that's okay. Hey, my Kimmy Nicole. She looks like Star Jones. When she lost that weight and her head was really big, but her body was small. So I was like, the Ozempic, and I don't know if you're taking that. I'm assuming
And I can
that
see
you might be on that,
years.
and that you're dropping your weight so fast that your head is not gonna. You can't drop that kind of weight that fast,
They
and your
call
head.
that Ozempic face.
That's
what
what
they
I'm talking
actually
about.
call that. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, Kimmy Nicole. Hey,
Okay.
Kimmy Nicole, thank you for joining us
Hey,
for the first
y'all.
time.
Yeah, I'm really over these 304s. I just came up here to tell y'all how pretty y'all are today.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait. We got Auntie Bernice too.
Hi, Auntie Bernice.
Hello,
Auntie
hello,
Bernice.
hello.
Hi.
Oh, she about to give it to us raw too. You want to stay in for this, Kimmy? Because you know, Auntie, she got
Yes,
some.
Auntie Bernice be giving it to us, honey.
She about to give it to us raw, and I love that she doesn't think how we think. You know, people we are like, oh, you guys,
Yeah, I
y'all,
like hearing different perspectives because
me
sometimes I be
too.
like, oh, okay, I didn't even think about it like that.
Come on, so that I'm very happy, Auntie Bernice. There were some things that I didn't agree with, so I want to hear anything she got to say.
No, I've been wanting to hear this since last week. What Auntie Bernice got to say?
We missed you last week, Auntie Bernice.
I know. I missed y'all too. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Hashtag go Lions. Hashtag one pride.
Oh, Auntie, I was already. I knew. I said that I was supposed to hit you with that. That's because I've been sipping. I've been sipping, but I definitely want to tell you congratulations to your team. She is a Detroit Lions. You see my Reddit thing. I redid my thing. I ain't want to. Oh, it's over there. Oh, my bank is right here though. I got all my Reddit stuff real close. Real. All my Reddit stuff is right here.
Yeah.
But I do that. I said that I redid my thing because I wanted people to know my personality, who I am, what I do, and all this stuff. So this is why my background is different. But back to you. Detroit Lions, congratulations. It's a good thing because you guys been needing this pride. Being a lion and being prideful go hand in hand. So it's so good to see you guys do y'all thing and being a championship. So I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you. Now these helpers on this show got on my last nerve because all of them are hypocrites because you ran with protecting this person who beat the living heck out of you. You got scratches on your arms. You got a black eye that's bigger than the state of Texas, but you still want to defend this woman. So that means she had you down, and you was trying to get her off of you, but you couldn't get her off of you. Okay, come on now. And then you just coming like, yes. And when Sean Handy said you need a hug and praying her butt over there to sit her down and had to put her head on her shoulder, I said, if these helpers ain't milking this for everything that they got, I don't know what they doing. Andy, you don't see this bull crap?
I agree with that statement. I do agree with that. Go ahead.
Really? And then you telling me production didn't know that you've been sitting on this thing all season because you plotted and planned this so you can have it at the end because you wasn't giving nobody care that you the bad mama. Don't nobody care. And for you to get triggered with Lisa's son, how the heck you get triggered? You knew you did something wrong. That boy gonna be riding a bike wherever he at. Whoever called up and say I want a book for Latter Days and Saints, he gonna be on that dang bike, building up his leg muscles, going to whatever neighborhood he is at, and trying to say, "Do you want to become the Latter Day and Saints?"
That's it.
That's all he's doing.
That's it.
That's all he's doing. It's not no heroic or anything like that. He's a missionary and he's going into privileged neighborhoods and building houses or anything like that. He gonna have his butt on a twin and riding through neighborhoods with a backpack.
Auntie Brittany talking about
Thank you. With a backpack full of Bibles.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what their missions are. That's it. He's not doing anything noble, anything like that. He's not going to educate anyone. He's not going into build churches or build schools or anything like that. So they need to really get over with that. Okay. And for you to get triggered with that, you need to go sit down and read a Bible and just get an exorcism and just let it go. Just let it go, Elsa. Let it go. Ooh, and then the Pygmisha. If y'all don't get that Pygmisha off my screen, like I said, I'm not watching next season. I'm not gonna be watching Pygmisha all up Lisa's butt. I'm not doing that. And her tequila, which rocks is the #1 tequila in the country, we're not gonna go there.
Oh, I love that one. That Tervana.
Yes, it's good.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
I'm
yes,
a tequila.
yes.
I'm not a tequila connoisseur, but I'm a tequila connoisseur.
and even I'm looking around, even in Michigan, I haven't seen her tequila anywhere. Come on now.
First of all, Auntie Bernice, not to cut you off, I thought it was vodka. I thought it was vodka this whole time. Swear. Everything. To the end, when everybody
I've never seen it.
I swear I thought it was vodka. I swear I thought it was vodka. I'm gonna try and order some because I like tequila.
Yeah, we'll have to come back and a tasting with y'all.
Yeah, and then for you to keep trying to over talk Monica, they was all over talking her, wouldn't let her explain anything, and that was getting on my nerves. Y'all a bunch of Karens. And then the Ice Queen, she sit up there, she ain't said one word. You being guilty as heck because you know you was part of that conversation that Monica had with you, and you just directed it all on her. I say she said all of it. She initiated everything. You really. If you don't make me get a bucket of hot water and pour it on you, melt you down to a puddle of water, I'm gonna scream.
Frozen.
So no, I won't be watching next season. I don't need to see the Fox News twins. I don't need to see the Ice Queen, and I don't need to see the Wicked Witch with her little flunky behind her. No.
You done, Auntie.
No. I'm done. I said my piece like a sparkle. It's over. It's over.
I respect it. They was doing a lot up there. That's why
They was doing too much up there, and they broke that child down. You saw how Monica, he asked her, you got anything to say? She just crawled into herself like, no, it don't matter what I got to say. They're gonna tell me I'm lying, so why I got to say anything? No. No,
that's true.
I'm good.
I felt that, Auntie Bernice. They were over talking her. They wouldn't let her get her point out, but at the same time, I think they were just pretty much over trying to hear anything out. It was like they were trying to ice her out, but they
had already
standing next to Andy
beforehand.
Well, every time they open their mouth or she opens her mouth to say anything, they're gonna hear or see or visualize is those people coming into their DMs or saying these nasty things.
Well, excuse me, they shouldn't be on a reality TV show. You're gonna have people that's gonna love you, and you're gonna have people that don't like you. That's a part of the show.
But they didn't expect to be sharing a stage with that person. Is what I took from it, I think.
Right, because see, I was with Monica like all season. I was with Monica up until the end. When we found out that she was the troll, I was like, dang, girl, I had your back.
Me too, Kimmy.
Yeah.
Kimmy, ask Barb. Barb, did I have, and I was like, Monica's bringing it. She doing it. And this one right here, this one right here was like,
no, the first like 2 or 3 episodes, I was cool, but then she just
2 or 3 episodes out of 19 episodes early on, very early on. I was like, nah, she bringing it. She's putting a whole spin on it. It's good, and she's talking. I don't like people that come on and let everybody else talk, and then when they come to her, then she got something to say. She was holding her own the whole time.
Right.
I didn't take that from her.
Go ahead, Kimmy.
And then when they wouldn't let her sell, is other people who run it besides me. They kept cutting into her because Heather didn't want her to divulge more information about her hairdresser. So you protecting the felon, and then you protecting your source of your information. Oh, I peeped you out, girl. Now,
I know what you about to say. So on the after show, they asked.
Yeah.
First of all, they had a lot of polls on the after show.
And I was doing them too.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't, I watched it later.
Phone.
But they was doing a lot of polls, like, was it more hurtful for Mary to be talked about her house, or Heather being inbred? Of course, 95% said it was a worse thing to say about her being inbred, but 5% agreed that it wasn't as bad what Mary said. Okay, so they did so many polls. But I said that to say something about Heather specifically.
Heather, Tanisha is not.
Heather's that Tanisha's not doing her hair no more. Now the question was, why did you not get mad at Tanisha like you did?
Exactly.
And that you would allow her to still do your hairdresser. Heather says Tanisha doesn't do her hair no more because Tanisha don't want to do her hair. So that was like, okay. So Tanisha pulled back because she already got her own clientele and she's not trying to mess her own money up. So she's gonna pull her own
reputation further. I think it was also that, and then that kind of plays into why some people are thinking Heather knew about this from the get-go, because her and Tanisha were so cool or so close or whatever. And the way that whole thing went down, they're like, oh, she had to have known because her and Tanisha were cool or whatever.
Kimmy, do you have your YouTube open on top of your you being in StreamYard? Because if you do, I feel like it's echoing. I don't know if you can hear it.
I was like, is that me?
They're both open. Close your YouTube out and then just be on StreamYard. Because sometimes it'll pull an echo in. That's okay. She muted herself, but go ahead. Anything else that you want to say about that? Because like I said, I really do.
With Mary, so I like Mary. She's different. She's very, very different. But when she wrong, I gotta call it out now. Now, when it came to the inbred and then talking about her house situation, I think in Mary's head, she feels like Heather's was worse because Heather said it behind her back. Okay. In her head, she feel like that's why that's worse, because she said what she said to Heather's face. Either way, Mary, what you said was wrong, girl. You know it was wrong.
No, I fully believe that as well. And I think I said that last week, where it's like Mary sees things as long as a person, or as long as I say it to your face, like it can't be wrong. Like, you could tell me, I think your shoes are the ugliest shoes I've ever seen on a human being ever in my 29 years of life. But as long as I said that to your face, we're good.
I can understand that, but at the same time, Mary, an insult is an insult, and I don't think that Heather was insulting you when she was saying what she said about your house. There was nothing insulting in what she said. On the other hand, now we're not going to take away that y'all said it in each other's face and behind each other's back. We're going to pull that all out of it. What she said, what Mary said, was very insulting. And what Heather said, taking it out of context in her face or behind her back, was not insulting. It was an observation. Her house looks like exactly what I would think Mary's house would look, given how she dressed, given the way she looks. And this is, and there's nothing wrong with it, because I agree. I'm not expecting nothing else but what I saw in Mary's house. I would not be expecting anything else, like dead ass, because her personality is going to go over into her house. So if her personality is here, there, and everywhere, and I want to name brand this, name brand that, same thing with Phaedra. It might not mix and match, but girl, it's all Cartier in that room. Okay, well, it's what it is. Don't make it pretty.
Heather was trying to throw shade at.
She was trying to be shady
at Mary. She's trying to be shady, but she don't know how to be shady. She was trying to be shady.
We all knew what she meant by it.
So y'all mean shady like in a mean-spirited shady, or y'all mean like I'm being funny shady? Because there's a difference.
We
I
knew
think
that
she
she
was
didn't
like
like her
trying to
house.
talk for Mary. She felt like she was trying to talk bad about. Cause see, the thing is, I really think Mary decorated the house on her own, and she probably took offense to it. And she felt, and Heather did that on purpose. You know, Heather was being shady the way she talked about her house.
No, they weren't 100% honest compliments. No, but
True. I mean, like I said, it still go back to like I'm sorry, Mary. You're not gonna like me either, then, and it's gonna be shady.
I mean,
Because
I'm not saying
like,
Heather wrong for. I mean, if that's
I'm
how
not
she
yeah,
feels,
right.
that's how she feels.
It's an observation. It's an opinion. It's like it's no right or wrong answer. But you're right. It probably was the tone. The tone is, girl, you talk about my house. I got you. I got it.
Right.
I got
In
it.
other words, Heather, you're not about that life. So just stay in the Mormon corner. Just stay in the Mormon corner.
Remember how
You're not about that
upset
life.
Lisa got when
'Cause
she
you
thought
can't
that
take
Meredith
it.
was talking about her house?
Wait, say it
Lisa
again,
was that-
Kimmy. Wait, say it
Remember
again.
how upset Lisa got when she thought Meredith was talking about her house? She took that super personal.
You don't remember, Kimmy? Refresh Barb. She doesn't remember what you're talking about. Can you remember any specifics to bring her back? But I do.
I think it was in season 2 where somebody apparently told Lisa that Meredith said that her house was ugly. And Lisa held on to that for so long about her saying her house was ugly. Girl, who cares?
I remember that.
It's your house.
I can
Well, I
understand
do remember that. I remember that.
for not being offended.
Now,
personally,
at first,
it
I was
wouldn't
with
offend
her,
me,
but it was just how long she carried it, where I was like, "Girl, I'm
okay.
Little grudge holder.
Yeah, so then she should have been more.
But quiet as it kept, the only two houses that showed any personalities were Jean's and Mary's.
That is true.
True. That's
The
true
other
too.
ones was just the other houses, just houses where they lived in.
Until we got to
It didn't
Angie's
show.
house. I'm sorry, Angie's house is impeccable. Angie got
Meredith be moving
Angie's
a lot.
house.
Meredith rich.
Angie's house is a hazardous house because she has no
It ain't
railings. She ain't
Well,
got. It's just to be pretty.
so
It's
true.
not to be
But
lived
she only
in.
got the one
It's just to be
kid.
pretty.
She only got the one kid, and trust me, I've been waiting on my children to get adult, to be adults.
I like Heather's new
I
house.
haven't even got to how I want my house to be decorated. Like one room will be all white, and y'all will not be able to go in there. I will have a crystal. What do they call that? Shelving. I can't. This a word. Cabinet. A crystal cabinet with all my crystals. Oh yeah. Grandbabies. Thank goodness they're getting a little older. But bro, I've been waiting because I feel like, you got to get to that point. And I feel like with Electra being as her age, that house is immaculate. Yeah, she do need some railing. She does. But there's a wall.
I think for Angie.
Hold on to the damn wall, walk down the stairs. Hold on.
No,
Angie K trying too hard. I think she checks all the boxes because she's trying to.
Who?
Angie K.
Okay.
Remember when she said, I check all the boxes? I think she checked all the boxes because she's trying to check all the boxes.
I think she
like
really
last season, she worked so hard to be sure that she got on as main cast this season. And I'm not mad at it. I actually want to see more from her, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, I'm excited to see how she's going to show up next season because it's going to be, her sophomore season. We've seen the potential. She has to now execute free of any other things. She has to stand on her own and really step into who she wants to be as a housewife. So
you already know Pick Misha 8.5 is gonna attack the newbie. You already know this. You already know this.
Low-hanging fruit, Auntie. Low-hanging fruit is low-hanging fruit. That's just how it is. You
So
know that's what it is.
So
we're gonna see.
Okay. The Pick Misha is gonna sacrifice the newbie to put on the throne of Lisa. Do we really want to look at that?
Well,
I know I ain't.
You're right. But it just depends on what I see as the newbie. And when I say what, I mean what.
They gotta keep us
what, when, where. I just want to see who's gonna put in there. Who are they gonna put in? Are they gonna add any more people? Maybe they keep the core. I don't know.
And Meredith is gonna be sitting back in the background. Whoever piss her off, as in step on her shoes or say something that she don't like. Oh, I gotta get this one. Oh, I know something about you didn't know about.
You mean,
are you,
Auntie Bernice, are you talking about the rumors and the nasty?
The rumors and the innuendos, yeah. You know she gonna go running with that. That's what she do. She been doing it for the past 3 seasons. Why you gonna stop now?
Meredith doesn't need anything new to say. She still has this season. She still has issues. She just didn't say it during the reunion, but she still has her issues. We read it all over her face.
You think she's gonna? And that dry ass podcast with her husband, really?
That's true, T. That's true.
Really?
She's got a bathtub. She's straight. Okay, like
hey, that idea was really cool. Her bath, buttermilk bath stuff. Hey, if we know her for doing that, you better do what you gotta do. Go on, LLC it, whatever you need to do. Go do it. Ain't nothing but another form of income coming in, whether it sells or not. If it's a flop or not, you never know until you do it. So
how do y'all feel, since we're talking about Mary? Do y'all think she's coming back next season, or based on what she said before she left the stage? Like, do you guys think?
I don't think Mary's gonna come back
or not.
I want her to come back, but I don't think she's gonna. Like she said, when Meredith came to her house, she said, "I can't be around people that shows no growth." None of y'all shows any growth. So intellectually, Mary is in Paris and they in Florida. It's not matching.
The math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing. Y'all don't show any growth. Y'all just changed the name of it, but y'all rehashing the same stuff y'all been going on over since season 1. And I could, if you the smart, what they always say, if you the smartest person in your group, it's time to change groups. It's time for Mary to change groups.
I think it's, even if none of this happened, even if things didn't go left between Mary and the Whitneys and etc. in the beginning, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. How would she be if she was fully embracing this whole Housewives thing? I still don't see her being interested in.
No, I don't.
Like, even on a good day, I still don't see her wanting to be like, yeah, let's go to Cabo.
Yeah, no.
I don't
when she sat in that truck, in that van, and they took her to McDonald's, and she was a happy little camper. That tells you she's an older woman set in her ways, and she's not changing for anyone.
Well, here's the thing about that.
If you can't meet her where she's at, she ain't got nothing for you.
Pretty much.
I also feel like when we saw the dynamic of her church, there was like some kind of something that was going on with the church. I can't right at this moment remember what it was, but you know what I'm saying?
Like how they treat her like she Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
So there was that. And so it was like we saw the church dynamic, and that didn't roll over well with the audience. So then we move over to her and her husband, and then that didn't roll over well. We don't even see him around. I don't know where he been, where he's going on. Are they divorced? Is he separated? Does he not like her? All that stuff. Then we go over to, let's move over to her son and the dynamic between him and her, which became, okay, well, now he has a wife or a girlfriend or somebody outside of his mom. And I can't say this
son was her everything.
You know that boy. You know that boy is he's on the spectrum.
Something a little different with her son.
He's on the spectrum. Yes,
he's
he
definitely
is.
on the spectrum. That's why I was trying to be politically correct, because one of my granddaughters is on the spectrum as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the spectrum means there's a spectrum. There is moving. The goalpost is not moving, but there's a lot in between these spectrums. So, to watch that happen as well, and I don't know if Mary is in denial of that, or
he's gotten into some trouble. He has a really bad drug problem.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
Recently,
Yes.
I think think something did happen with him legally.
Yeah, something happened with him legally, and because content creators was talking about it and
Yeah.
saying that they're sending prayers out to him. Hopefully, he gets some help. Yeah, he has a bad drug problem.
I did not know. Because did they say what kind of drug? Is it like prescription drugs or like drug?
Oh, drugs.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't know that, but I'm saying it to say with Mary, when it comes to Mary and her dynamic, I feel like they moved every avenue of what she could bring. And her last straw for me with the girls is that you really don't get along with any of the girls. You already told us you like Monica, who's not coming back. You like Meredith because we found out that Meredith said, yeah, I held her. We had a tete-a-tete. We squashed it. It wasn't on camera, and she respects me. And that's basically what it is. Mary respects who she wants to respect. She didn't respect Jen and told her when they had that little sitting that time where it was Mary that was hosting, and she brought out the Louis Vuitton, whatever nice gifts that she gave, and it was a nice spot. Jen and her not seeing eye to eye did not work. So I feel like Mary has exhausted all her avenues to stay on the show. Even though we started off with Mary, the reason, at least I'm talking for me, she was the reason why I watched. But watching her made me feel like she wasn't worth watching, and that she. Not being mean girlish, it's just that she's just not good.
She doesn't fit with them.
It doesn't fit.
No.
It's not a fit.
She's not gonna do the frickin' frack thing. She's not gonna be all letting us in her closet, or she's not gonna want to just do random lunches or.
But guess where I want to put her? Guess where I want to put her though? I want to put her on Girls Trip. I want to put her on Girls Trip with different franchise, different girls. People that are more like-minded like her, meaning in color, because we think a certain kind of way, we talk a certain kind of way. And I don't care where you from. My Auntie Bernice, Detroit. I'm Cali. You New Jersey. Kimmy, where you from?
ATL.
All different places, but commonly we agree on shit, right? So I'm saying it to say with Mary, she might need to be with some commonality to bring out her best. Right,
because
now,
I feel like we don't
ain't
really
her
know
best.
her. Yeah, I feel like we don't really know her.
No, we don't. We don't.
And if her son, you know what, being a preacher, she's sort of an empath too. If her son is not right, she's not gonna be right. So until her son is whole and he's clean and he's doing what he need to do for himself, the mother's not gonna be whole. Because all she got is her son. That's her only child.
He got
and
a lot going
the women don't understand that. So I don't think she should come back until everything is whole in her family.
I agree with that. What was you about to say?
Yeah, that's why I said for Mary, I feel like she either needs to be all in or not.
And we know she's not all in, so we can hang that all in up. There's no all in.
No, I agree.
Not with this franchise. Not with this particular franchise. Like I said, she might give us something different in Girls Trip because she might be able to have an ally, feel a certain kind of way, feel comfortable with talking to, or somebody might be a lending ear for her. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I feel like we might need to see. This ain't the last I want to see of Mary. I just might want to see her go away for a minute and come back, or go on Girls Trip and then come back.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't have any ill feelings or anything like that. But to Kenny's point, yeah, it's either all or nothing. So if she's not in that space to do that right now, that's totally fine. She's welcome back when she can. Then.
Yeah,
but
the funniest thing this season is when Pygmisha sent out the Easter invitation, and Mary was in her car, and the guy in the rabbit suit walked up to her car and was looking at her like, "What the hell is this?"
I was just looking at that picture because that article about her son. That's the picture they had up there.
Are you serious?
But I'm looking at these pictures. Yeah. There's a lot going on there.
I did not realize. I had no idea. I did not know that.
And it
Wow.
makes to the point that was brought up before, that may be why he appears a certain way, maybe when he comes on camera.
But if she cut the purse string, how he gonna buy it?
I don't know. I don't know, but he got a lot going on.
Because
I
she
will say that.
definitely funded his lifestyle.
Exactly, because he don't have no skills as in going out there and getting a job and doing it on his own.
Right. That's why I think that's why she had him living with his girlfriend, spouse, whatever, in her house. She knows that there's something going on, and that's fine, because we are not equipped to have a book that shows us how to be with one child, let alone if you have multiple children, let alone if that child has any kind of issues. So yeah,
Right.
we gotta make sure. And then, where's his daddy? Like, what's going on? Where's the daddy?
Live in Florida.
Yeah, where's Robert? Yeah. Where he at?
Yeah, where he at? Don't leave him. Your son is your son. And you know Mary gonna let him, when he ran up her credit card bill to get the girl a purse, not little, was it a Birkin bag?
Yeah, like that. It was a Birkin.
That's so wild.
Yeah, and they were still in high school at this point, not even college, high school. Yeah, we need to make sure that Mary gets some support. I really feel like Mary's not getting enough support when it comes to her husband, if they're together. Nobody asked about that. That's the stuff we want to know, Mary.
Exactly. From her family too.
Yes, because when Sean Hannity and Jen and everybody's going to the church.
Yeah.
And she was going through, because every week one of her family members was on YouTube talking about Mary. She was going through all of that. While y'all coming to try to prove that they doing something wrong at the church. Come on now. That was some underhanded stuff.
It was. I ain't gonna lie, that was underhanded. But to their thing, Mary delivered. Like,
exactly. That's why I didn't mind every time she called Whitney. Listen here, little girl. I just yes, get her, Mary. Thank you. Get her. Well, I'm an adult. No, listen here, little girl. She put you in your place. Yes. You come at me like a child, I'm gonna dress you as a child.
Right. I think Mary kept getting frustrated with Whitney, because Whitney kept trying. Like, she kept trying to be Mary's friend, and Mary's like, no. I think Whitney just kept trying, and maybe it was production that kept, pushing her, but she was getting irritated.
Yeah, because I told you once. See, I'm like Mary in that extent. I'm only gonna tell you once when you piss me off, and I'm not really gonna tell you when I see your true colors of who you are. I'm gonna back off. I'm a Capricorn. That's what we do. Okay, you like that? And I told you not to do that, and you still gonna do it?
Yeah, okay, the Capricorns don't play with that. Don't do that. Don't do that to the Capricorn. They are not. They gonna tell you once you didn't get it. Okay, now you taking your own life in your own hands. But what I'm gonna say is that I know we've been on here for a little bit. I want to get y'all final thoughts. Kimmy, we're gonna go with you first. What are your final thoughts on the entire season? And are you gonna watch next season? And what are you expecting if you are gonna watch for next season?
You asking me that question?
Yeah, no, I'm asking Kimmy Nicole first.
Okay, go ahead, Kimmy.
Okay. So for me, Monica, I was rooting for you, girl, up until the end. You lost me at the end. I'm sorry. I kind of have to side with the other girls on this, and I feel like production is gonna try to bring her back, but they know they can't right now because the frying pan's still too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Next season, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch our first few reviews first, and then decide if I'm gonna watch.
Don't worry, we'll do the dirty work for you, though.
And then, what are you expecting if they do come back next season? What would you like to see?
I expect for them to not, because I expect for them to not have a wall up because of Monica, but to embrace the new girls. Like really try to get to know them, but don't hold this wall up because of Monica.
Mm.
Like I want them to really embrace the new girls so that we can really get to know them.
I like that. I like that a lot. Miss Auntie Bernice, what you got going on? What you think? I know you already told me that you're not going to watch this season, but overall, the liking of this season, what did you think? And then the reason why you're not going to watch this next season, because what are you expecting out of that next season?
Okay. I'm expecting it to be a shit show next season because it's going to be unflavored because them heifers don't give nothing.
Okay.
And the reason that they kept cutting Monica off because, like Monica said, they was all fans of the page, and they talked about everybody that was on that show. So that means they was feeding it to that page, talking about each other. That's why Meredith was sitting up there like she had the Holy Ghost and she was afraid she's about to get struck down.
Okay.
Okay. Because they are not original. They're catty. And they say they apologize 1 minute, but in the next 20 minutes, they're going to bring back up the old stuff that you made me mad about. Let's not talk about the hot mic when Lisa had a meltdown on Meredith. Let's not go there.
Or even
Thank you. So,
wait, what you say, Barb?
I said, and we never talked. I was surprised that we never talked about how what was it? Whitney and Lisa, when they had their whole thing at Meredith's event, and Lisa stormed off, just so done with it. She says some kind of hot mikey nasty things about Whitney.
Exactly.
And they talked about that. I was surprised.
Right. So I don't expect anything from them. They're gonna come back. They're gonna have whoever newbies don't know, don't care, not watching. Like this is my last season of watching Potomac, and this is my last season watching of this mess because they never accomplish anything. They talk about each other. Pygmetius is unbelievable. The other Angie ain't no better than this Angie. So they still
Angie H. Yes. No.
Yes. Now she did a page talking about all of them, and they forgave her. But you're not gonna forgive Monica. And Monica said my whole purpose was to bring down Jen, and she did that. She did that. So the other thing that was on that page, that came from other people. She said my whole purpose was to bring down Jen, and I brought down Jen. I'm sorry that y'all got messed up in the other part, but I didn't do that. She said that in Bermuda. She said I wasn't a part of that. My only objective was Jen, and I concentrated on Jen, but they didn't want to hear none of that.
Yeah.
So no, I won't be watching. I've surely been weaning off since they had that Julie chick on there, and she tried to come back and brought her one black friend, and you ain't seen no more of her. I've been weaning off. Monica brought me back this season because I fell for her because her mother was my grandmother.
And you said that the whole season.
Yeah, I said that's my grandmother. I said on some episodes I was triggered. I had to calm down. Like, damn, that was my grandmother. Did some shady stuff to my mother. And Linda, there's no help for Linda.
I believe
stuck in her ways.
She's not going to change. Monica just got to learn to. She got to have to forgive herself for her not for her mother not being able to forgive her. That's just it, and let it go. Because she's never gonna get any forgiveness from her mother. Because her mother's still in that it's about me mode. And she's never gonna get out that mode. So she just, okay, mom, I forgive you. You can't I don't expect any forgiveness for you, but I forgive you in order for her to be a better mother to her kids than she right. To let go of that baggage and let it go.
Let it go.
Yep. Let it go. Let it go and let God and just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I ain't watching that show.
We appreciate you for
Great
sticking
show,
there.
ladies.
Yes.
So I thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. We wanted to make sure that you guys who've been with us since day one or on our reviews, get you guys' thoughts and not just in the chat, but to really get your thoughts out.
Right, because
Yeah.
Beverly Hills come on tonight. Y'all doing a show on Beverly Hills?
I don't watch Beverly Hills. This one does.
I've been
watching.
watching.
Mel told me that Mel watches. My sister Mel told me that she was like, "You watch?" I was like, "I have not. I have to make time."
Yeah, I'm not gonna catch it this season, but I might stick around there, and I might mess with it next season. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it for Salt Lake City. So I got a little bit more time. I got a little bit more time on my schedule now.
Just a little bit. Auntie Bernice, we always appreciate you being in our chat. We always appreciate you coming up and talking to us. And everybody's chat. Auntie Bernice be everywhere, y'all.
Yes,
Yeah, I try to.
She sent her love to everybody.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you. I know they appreciate you as well. So thank you. Go Lions.
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I
appreciate it.
On Sunday, love. I definitely
yes. Yes, because we got our lion haters out there, so we gotta. I rebuked them. Okay.
I did. You got to. Yeah. I don't let no hate. I let my haters be my motivators. That's what you gotta
do. Exactly. Because it's a rapper who made a song, "The Lions Won Again," and so that's blasting all over the city. And like, okay, we in that mode.
That's cool things. Well, hopefully you guys tell us what you guys want us to review next, and so that we can keep our reviews going on Tuesday. So, Auntie Bernice, if you find anything that you want us to review, please drop it in our comment section. Even though you're live, still drop it in our comment section and let us know if there's anything that you might want us to review. Okay. All right, we love you.
Okay, love you too.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, little girl. We are wrapping up our last little bit of minutes and seconds of our Salt Lake City season 4 is a done data. It's done. It's over. It's finito. So I'm excited about it though, because that just means that we can look forward to our next season, which they will start recording what they say February 5th, which is a Monday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen. Me and Barb are not just gonna drop them off right now. We're gonna see what the future holds, what they're gonna bring to us to review. If it's worth reviewing, we will. If it's not worth reviewing, we will. It is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Don't forget to subscribe to both Barb Meets World and California Cuties channel if you have not done so. We thank you guys for rocking with us for like this whole season, 19 episodes. So, and if you guys have not seen or need to catch up, go back. They're all there.
And we play with both of our channels, so make sure you if you missed one or whatever, just go ahead and watch them all.
Watch them all. Just binge watch them, and then drop in our comment section, playback gang, what you guys want us to review next, because the Coastal Critiques, even though this is the last episode for this particular franchise does not mean it's the last of the Coastal Critiques panel. So let us know what you guys would like for us to review next, and we will make sure it happens. And anything else you want to say, sis?
No, that's pretty much everything. We appreciate you guys sticking it out with us this entire time. We look forward to bringing you guys some more content. So just like my sis said, make sure you're letting us know your thoughts, opinions on not only just this review, but also let us know what you guys want to see from us going forward. Yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. That's
We
it.
really do. Where is Candace cry issue?
Her triangles.
Where's her cry issue when I need one? A corner. I need a corner.
Yeah. No, like we're annoying. No, we really are you guys. So that's just gives y'all more motivation to go ahead and let us know what you want to see from us going forward. And
yes, because as of right now, next Tuesday we have nothing on our schedule. So you guys definitely need to let us know what y'all want us to review. So if we don't come next week, I feel like we still should come next week, even if we don't have us. Maybe we'll do a review on what we are gonna review.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll probably
we'll figure it out. We'll come to you guys with something next Tuesday to let you guys know what we'll be doing.
Oh no, I fly out on Tuesday. I forgot.
She's flying out on Tuesday, so we won't be here next Tuesday, but you guys will definitely know
the point
by the following Tuesday what's going on and what we got, what we will be reviewing. Because Barb is going to Mardi Gras. She is headed to New Orleans soon. So yeah, we
even if you
definitely got some things.
For a week or two, don't get it twisted. We're gonna be back.
Yes.
We just need to hear what you guys want to see from us, of course, and
yes,
get our bearings and all that. But we will be back, so don't fret or whatnot. And also check our social medias as well, because we might post updates on there, and that's a direct way to communicate with us as well too. So make sure you're checking the description box on that.
Yeah, you guys can use our IG, our DM stories. Anything that you guys would like us to discuss, you can go in our DMs. I am California Cutie 310, which is an area code in California. So California Cutie 310 is my handle. Barb Meets World is Barb Meets World. You guys, it's an underscore under what?
On Instagram is an underscore, but
under all of them.
It's all in the description box, y'all. I promise you.
Boom. So make sure you guys are following both our YouTube and our IG pages. And my sister does TikTok. So make sure you guys are following her on TikTok as well. I'm coming. And when I come, y'all gonna be mad because I'm gonna come so tough. I'm about to bring all the old school things that trust me, you guys do not want to miss out what we got coming for you guys in 2024. Trust me when I tell you. Yeah, just wait for it. Don't hold your breath, but wait for it.
Yeah. So with that being said, y'all, we will catch you guys later. Bye.
Good night, guys.